But Neff here with a quick prediction for tonight's game against Fenerbahçe. I think we might struggle because it's going to be quite a chopped about team, I reckon. But we'll definitely get a draw. But as I can't say we'll draw, we're going to win 3-2, 4-2, 4-2. 4-2 we're going to win. Up the Reds.
Back again, Pima predicts again Fenerbahçe away. What can you say again to Mourinho? But I can only see a 2-1 win. So 2-1 win United. Up the way, not the Paddock.
So prediction against Fenerbahçe is going to be 2-0. We cannot afford to make any defensive errors. We've got to come away with a clean sheet. We've got to build on a solid defensive foundation. And I think it starts with this game. And if we can get some momentum and take that into the league. So yeah, I'm thinking 2-0. Realistically, I still think 2-0. So yeah, 2-0 it is.
Hello, welcome to Stretford, Paddock. This is the watch-along. Fenerbahçe versus Manchester United in the Europa League. A chance to climb from that 21st spot right up into the deep teens. Horrible phrasing. I'm joined by Justin Mottershead today. How are you, sir?
Do you know what? I'm glad you brought it up, right? Because how can City have broken our record for this unbeaten thing when they lost last season?
Well, yeah, we'll just get straight into that. Joe McGrath here.
Hiya, good to see you. Great to see you, everyone.
Manchester City last night
I don't get it.
broke Manchester United's record for longest unbeaten streak in the Champions League.
36 games or something, which I didn't even know we'd done.
That's pretty good going. What years
I
are
didn't
they
know it was a
from?
record we had.
It must have been 2008, 2009.
2007 to 2009 it was.
Right. But then we lost a couple of games in there.
Well, that's when the record ended.
Yeah.
No, but in 2007, the beginning of the 2007-2008 season, from that until the end of the 2008-2009 season,
so we got beat by
we won it
Barcelona.
and then went to the Champions League final. So we were undefeated through those 2 seasons until the very end. But City, apparently penalties don't count. The penalty loss don't count.
I just think this is the cruel finger of betting companies. I think that's destroyed people's minds on what is a win and what is a loss.
Right, okay.
Because I put United to win and they won on penalties, so I didn't get my money. Therefore, United didn't win. Real Madrid beat Man City. Yeah. Penalties are a way of deciding who wins the game when 120 minutes of football aren't enough. It's not that they don't
City
count.
fans saying about this?
Well, you know what they're like.
Yeah, well, sure, I wouldn't want this record.
Yes, because City fans famously don't want victories unless it's earned in the correct manner.
Yeah, City are known for being the most sort of highly moral kind of fans in the country. It's all just bollocks, isn't it? If you lose on penalties, you lost that game. Yeah. You lost that tie. And it's like lost.
It's because I was looking, I was thinking, okay, does that mean like, say for example, Chelsea gone the next season after we beat them in Moscow, unbeaten? Would they be unbeaten then?
Yeah,
because they don't. Their penalties.
Well,
lost.
say for example, we went to penalties against Barcelona in 2008-09.
Yeah.
Would we not have lost the Champions League final?
But we would have lost the final.
Yeah.
But what I mean by their standards, would we have rolled over to the next round?
It's silly
next
to say
season.
That's not a lot. Because I saw it, you remember when we played City in the FA Cup final? Of course you remember it. People saying like, oh, Rodri's not lost all season. I was like, you're about, he lost 2 weeks, or a month ago. Because he played in that Real Madrid game. Like, I'll have it. I'll have that we, the first game he lost was against Kobe Mainoo. But it was insane.
Yeah. Supposedly, City haven't lost, although I do remember seeing Real Madrid lift the Champions League trophy last season.
On everything.
Ronaldo Brown's here as well.
We won, Ronaldo.
How comes I don't have
the bright lights?
The bright
Oh yeah,
lights.
there have been a couple of people saying that the stream's looking crispy tonight. The cameras are looking nice. We just got some new lights in, that's all. But things should be looking a little bit.
Do you want a light like
So
that? I could come and stand over you and we talk on my phone if you want.
I could do that as well.
I'd like that.
So
Everyone's
everyone's going to look crispy apart from me.
Do you want me to do it?
No, yeah, go on.
You still look good.
You get nice and crispy on it.
It's fine, Jay. Don't worry.
No, just for a second.
Let's see if it works.
Yeah, go on.
I wonder where people think Ronaldo is in this sort of world.
He's just off to the left there.
Is that out?
Closer.
Yes,
Crikey.
that's
Way
better.
closer.
Just a little bit closer.
Closer.
A little bit.
Is your torch even on, Jay?
It is.
I prefer. My
Is
left
it?
side's my better
That
side.
wasn't doing anything.
No.
About there.
It's not
Yeah,
really,
you look great there.
Yeah, it's amazing. That.
What's your pin for your phone?
On the pin.
That's all right.
Yeah, what is it? It's your daughter's birthday. and that goes for everyone. Whoever's watching, it's your daughter's birthday. Let's just get into this. Actually, Ronaldo, how are you, first of all? Sorry, I didn't say.
I'm doing great. I'm actually looking forward to the game. I'm interested to see how it, because there's this rumour about where a certain player is starting, and I'm still believing it surely can't be that. So I want to see what actually happens today, because obviously the lineups caused a lot of frantic kind of reaction. So I want to see how the game kind of materialises.
Yeah. Someone in the comments has said, "What if I don't have a daughter, Joe?" Well, then you don't get to go into Jay's phone. It's that simple. Sorry, not everyone's allowed in.
Producer Ben looks like a roadie today.
Yeah, he does. He's gone.
Yeah, he looks like a roadie for like.
Yeah.
Who's he a roadie for?
I think he's a roadie for someone like Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Yes, I like it, man. You're looking good.
What the hell did you pull Crosby?
Because he couldn't have been too heavy. It couldn't be like Metallica or something like that.
No.
And it couldn't be too folksy. I think he's nailed it. I think that's a good
right in the middle.
Yes.
Right, let's get into some team news then. Who's playing tonight? What the fuck is that, Jay?
I mean, there's talk, obviously, a lot of the talking points centre around the fact that Mazraoui's in the 10.
Yeah.
Now, did we get that confirmed from someone? Did someone, like Chris Wheeler or someone said, that's what's been told to UEFA?
That's what the UEFA sort of scoreboards have it as, because they have the little piece of paper, I think, don't they, with the positions on there. Now, I don't know if we have this graphic. I doubt we do, because I've not mentioned this until now. I have a feeling it might be a 3 at the back. Because to me, Martinez, Lindelof, De Ligt, Dalot and Mazraoui as your wing-backs, then a sort of midfield 2 of Ugarte and Eriksen, Rashford, Xerxes, Garnacho. That makes more sense to me.
Has Mazraoui ever played in that position before?
Not that I'm aware of.
So there's a bit of rumours going around that this is where he's going to play. We won't have it confirmed maybe until kick-off, or unless one of the press people there going, bloody asked Ten Hag, said, where's Mazraoui playing? But if he's playing there, there's something he's clearly shown Ten Hag in training where he's gone, I can do this link-up play, I can be your 10. And it's interesting.
What do you think it was like being Ahmad and Casemiro about 2 hours ago?
Being a fan of Ahmad was hard enough when I found that out, to be honest with you, let alone the kid himself. In my predicted 11, I had said Casemiro in the 10, then I said I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to push him further up the pitch, because I think he still does a decent job there. But I love Ahmad, and I would have been happy to see him play in the 10. He has played in the 10 before. But part of me is just saying, let's reserve judgment until we actually see it on the pitch.
What is Ahmad doing to Ten Hag? Or what isn't he doing?
I don't think he's done
a
lot.
No minutes on the weekend.
Yeah.
He's got no little taste of the squad now, including even moving someone from the defence up to the number 10. Is he not showing Ten Hag what he's capable of? Is Ten Hag not believing in him? Is this another situation where it's like, because even if you give him 20 minutes or half an hour here and there to prove himself.
Do you know what? For once, I thought Ten Hag was right with his subs at the weekend. I'm quite critical of his subs. He changes too much too soon sometimes, or he does like three subs at once, or within the space of 5 minutes, and it can upset the flow of the game. Sellers Park against Palace was a good example of that. But I actually thought he was right to do what he did at the weekend. He didn't meddle with it too much, and United were pretty comfortable.
He took off Evans, Casemiro, Garnacho and Højlund in the game.
But spaced out on it, and it wasn't like, right, I'm going to do all these changes at once, and it made sense at the time, and it was later on in the game. So I didn't mind it. So I wasn't too like, why is Amad Diallo not come on? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I would have started him tonight, because I always would, but I still think we're early doors, there's loads of games. Ahmad has played a few games this season, so I'm not quite at a point where I'm beginning to get overly annoyed, if that makes sense.
And also, we're getting a graphic made of it being a sort of 3-5-2 or 5-2-3-1 or whatever you want to call it, or 5-2-3, sorry. That's going to be being made as we speak. So let's assume Mazraoui isn't in the 10, even though it seems like, for whatever reason, the way it was ordered and the way it was put out by the club has indicated that he could be. He probably isn't going to be, is he? Because he's not a number 10. And, 5 at the back makes a lot more sense than full back at 10, and not something I've seen before. Do you think that this is because, like we said in the preview, Jay, like we said on the podcast earlier in the week, United have conceded 3 or more goals in our last 5 away European fixtures? Like, that's atrocious. Do you think we're just like, we need more defenders on the pitch? We need to plug some of these gaps?
Possibly, yeah, because it's a crazy start, that, isn't it? Yeah. And you've got to address it. You've got to do something about it. So maybe he has just gone for that. Do you remember Ollie got quite a lot of stick, didn't he, just towards the end of his reign, where he basically stuck another defender in, didn't he? Yeah. We started playing, do you remember, we played 5 at the back when we was conceding a load of goals, and people go, that's a bit basic, that. Maybe tonight just saying, look, let's try something different because we cannot keep conceding these goals. Because it's not the end of the world if we don't win tonight. But it just adds to that record.
Yeah, it adds to the record. It adds to the pressure as well later on in the games. You kind of want to... great managers will kind of try and get the early games done in their European campaign sort of boxed off, ticked off, out the way with knowing that you go forward into the crazy Christmas period where there's more games and there's obviously tighter legs, and you go in there a little bit confident knowing that you've got points and that'll help you, in the older format. This newer format sort of means that if we don't win tonight, we're really down in the weeds a little bit with other teams that haven't performed. If we say we draw or we get beat, that's 2 points or 3 points. And you kind of think, this isn't where we want to be going into what will be a back end of 2024. I kind of big this game up a little bit. I think it sets the pace for the next few matches for Ten Hag. Going against an old Man United boss here who's very, classic Mourinho in his press conferences and the build up to the game. And, you kind of miss his sort of old style that you used to see when he was in charge of United. Talking about, possibly getting his bonus for winning the Premier League if City are found guilty. I kind of like that. You miss that character of Jose. But he's going against an old manager. He's going to Turkey. We're not great in Turkey. Joe, you all right?
Sorry, something terrible just happened.
What?
With the live updates for the scores of the games that have currently taken place, United have dropped out of the qualifying. We're 25th out of 36. We're out of the qualifying.
Really?
But this is what I mean. I mean, you say it's not a big game tonight. I understand why, but I think we should take it as a serious game, and we should win.
Can I list some of the teams above us who are currently qualifying for the Europa League?
And as it's not a big game, by the way.
No. But you say
if we don't win, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
I think it could be quite.
Well, literally,
I think
horsemen of the apocalypse will appear on that pitch.
You'd see
at the final whistle.
You'd see two of the horsemen.
Yeah,
the other two don't know where they've gone missing.
Yeah, they're on the way. They're just paying the bill.
To turn the other two around still.
Right. Okay.
Some of the teams that United, admittedly, some of these have played more games than us, but as it stands, the current league table that United are behind, Midtjylland. We're a stunning 22 places behind Midtjylland.
Really?
Yeah. We're 21 places behind Bodo/Glimt. Can't even make the mind up which team they are, and we're still behind them. Or technically, is that cheating? Because they get to pick from either. Like, we'll send Bodo out today. Actually, no, come in. We'll send Glimt out for the second half. That's not right. FCSB, which I think is a sofa company. So I don't know how they're 8th.
They're bloody. Yeah, their offers end soon as well.
You need to move swiftly before Christmas.
There you go. We're also behind Slavia Praha. We're behind Victoria Pilsen. We're behind IF Elfsborg.
Victoria's Secrets.
We're behind Victoria's Secret. We're behind Ferencvárosi TC, which is a Hungarian football club that
We know what it is.
Sorry, I thought you might have never heard of them.
You think we're thick? Of course we've heard of Ferencvárosi.
See?
Yeah.
Now you've heard of them.
Love them.
We're also behind Malmo, Braga. It's not good at all, is it, where we currently find ourselves. But if we win, that'll take us up to 5 points, which will put us, as it stands, in the dizzying heights of 12th place. So there's a lot to gain today. And like you said, Jay, there's so many games now. Even after this game, we've got another 4. If we win two of those games, we're probably qualified. It's bizarre. It is here's one of the. I've got a feeling, with the Champions League format, the Europa League, these new sort of full 36-team league tables. I think we are living in a very, very narrow band of format time here. I think in 3 years' time, we'll be looking back on this when they've changed it back to how it was or something similar and going, do you remember that? Those couple of years where they just made football completely weird.
I hate the sort
it can't stay
I
like
hate the
this.
fact you don't play home and away.
It's
the
absurd.
Same teams. I like that. I like the fact that you'll go away in Europe and then they'll come to your ground.
Yeah.
Those sets of fans, you're there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell you what, how I used to love it in the Champions League, where you used to, your third game used to then be your fourth game. You used to play the team home, and then the next game, straight away the fourth game, was the same team but away.
Yeah.
And then it kind of go in that order.
It's sort of
I don't know. I kind of find the table
palindromic.
I do find the table interesting when you see 36 names.
Yeah, but they don't all play against
each other. Who's top of the Europa League one?
Ajax.
Right.
As it stands, but there's plenty of teams that can go above them because they're only on 7 points from 3 games as it stands. Let's have a look at the formation that's probably slightly more likely. We've gone for a sort of 3-4-2-1 there, which is kind of makes a bit more sense, doesn't it, than having Mazraoui in the 10. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. And you look at that and you think, okay, that is a pretty strong team. The way you set up, you'd feel that whilst midfield not ideal, but Eriksen's having a good season. You want to see you guys starting some games. We know what that front three can do, especially Garnacho and Rashford. What we're seeing at the weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if Rashford was actually on the right. After his performance at the weekend, the Garnacho's performance, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's all right. It's just whether we turn up. I think Ronnie said it the other week. On paper, you look at it, most games you go, on paper, we look stronger than the opposition. But how many times over like the last almost 17 months or whatever have we said that, where we haven't turned up? So we'll just have to see. Ronnie, what do you reckon? What have you got for us?
I think it's 100% a must win. We've got Paddock after these, don't we, as well? But
who?
Paddock, I believe.
PAOK.
A team in the Greek league that are currently hovering around mid-table. There or thereabouts.
Mid-table Greek team.
We can't.
I've been pretty constant in saying that the Europa League is very important anyway, because the top 4 race is going to be extremely difficult. It's going to be extremely tough, and if we want our way into the Champions League, Europa League might be our best route.
Yeah.
And if Ten Hag's proven anything in the past couple of years, he's got a little bit of an affinity for a cup run.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we get over the line in the Europa League, and that can be our way in. But especially when we probably were bookies' favourites going into the competition, and I think having drawn the first 2 games, tonight is a must-win, and it's a very winnable game because we are better than Fenerbahçe. We just need to go out there and show it.
And also, you've got the benefit this year as well of no one's dropping from the Champions League into this, so the teams don't change.
Can I tell you what it feels like then when you said we just dropped into the relegation zone?
What?
This might be a bit niche if you don't watch it, but it was a bit like watching the United Kingdom and how they do in Eurovision. Do you know when the different scores come in?
Yeah.
And you just see us float from what we thought we were going to be, Bucky's favourite, United were going to be up there.
Yeah.
You just see us slowly float lower and lower whilst other teams slowly take us over.
Yeah, I love that.
Do you ever watch that when they go, we're going to go to, Paris, and then, they give us...
Yeah, I get proper into it sometimes.
Yeah.
I get, angry.
Because there's, so many teams, I feel like I'm watching Eurovision.
We need to do economic sanctions to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? After what they've done
Tariffs.
to us. Yeah, in Eurovision.
Yeah.
They've sort of made... that reminds me of the old Christmas tree formation. Do you remember that?
What was this, Van Gaal?
No, it was for England, wasn't it? Do you remember the Christmas tree formation?
No.
It was the Christmas tree. Was it Terry Venables, Eve?
Terry Venables.
Christmas tree formation for England. It was like a big thing. I'm sure that was it.
And who was the fairy on top?
What is this, 4-3-2-1?
Was that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that it? Do you remember when the press made a big deal out of it? 'Cause I remember on Mike Bassett, they called it the Christmas pudding formation.
What's wrong with it?
I think it just might have been quite new.
What's wrong with it? What did the press have a problem with?
No, it said it resembled, the formation resembled a Christmas tree.
Was
So
that
they
quite
called it
new?
the Christmas tree, yeah. At the time, not many teams set up like that. So they called it the Christmas tree formation.
Right, I didn't know if that was used as a derogatory term.
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a
It's got a hint of the Christmas tree. Do you know those cheaper
just-
Christmas trees where they're really wide?
Yeah.
And it's not
Sometimes
really
they're
tapered,
the
it's
real
quite-
boys.
What do you mean?
Like, the real ones are quite wider. Do you know what I mean?
They're not a
the more
slow
fake
taper.
ones are sort of like that, aren't they? But the wider boys have got a bit of,
Yeah, a bit of weight around the
hump
hips.
on them. Yeah.
I like those.
Hear me out.
I'm going to go... No, you can't say hear me out to a Christmas tree.
Have you seen those videos? Hear me out. And then they put who you should hear them out with. You seen the new trend?
Yeah.
The hear me out. I'd put a Christmas tree on there.
Would you? Fully baubled up? Tinselled up to
It was
foot?
Milan, actually, and it wasn't the same thing. Sorry.
Fucking hell.
Jay's had a little meltdown there.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's get into Fenerbahçe's team.
Been confirmed, by the way.
What?
Mazraoui's in the 10.
Says who?
Ten Hag said it.
Fuck off.
What does he know?
What did he eat?
Come with proper sources.
Right, switch
Until
it back.
Ornstein tweets it, I don't believe anyone.
Where's he
Do you know
said
what I mean?
this? Where's he said this, Ronaldo?
To his mate.
I have no idea.
Right.
I've just
Apparently, okay, so I've got
folks.
a quote here. I've got a quote here from the United Zone. And they say, according to them, Erik ten Hag has said, Mazraoui is in the 10 position. I know him from before at Ajax. I played him there.
God.
Also, as a fullback, he plays in the half spaces, so he's capable to do this job. I love that when everyone joined the stream, and rightly so, was going, what are you on about? Why have you put Mazraoui there? It's obviously a 5 at the back. It's not.
Can we change it then?
Can we go back to the old one?
We're
Here we
gonna
go. Do a little countdown, Ethan. 3,
2, 1. Yay! Happy 2025. It's just, there's nothing wrong with it, but you know when I know him from Ajax. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this from Ajax days.
You bought Anthony from Ajax.
Just shut up about your Ajax days. Yeah, we'll see. I don't like... Do you know what I don't like doing? I don't like getting annoyed at the lineup. I've never been a big fan of that. Because people... I remember when, like, Fergie played the De Silva twins as wingers. And people go, what's this? He's lost the plot. And we beat Arsenal, remember, in the cup.
Yeah.
Like, just wait and see what happens. It looks... It's a bit strange to me. And I'd have played Ahmad there. But we'll see.
Do you think that can alienate people, Ronaldo? Like Casemiro and Ahmad in particular? What does that say to them?
I think Ahmad is the one where... I know you come into the fact that he's a professional and he plays for United and he should just kind of... People think they should just suck it up, but these are players with egos. These are quite often players that have grown up being the best players in every they played and have made it professional. You're playing for Manchester United, you are automatically like a top 0.5% footballer in the world.
Yeah.
And for a manager to put a starting lineup with a right back playing ahead of you in your position as a number 10, there is no universe or there's no way Ahmad can't feel aggrieved by that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, if I was him, I'd be pissed. Yeah. And he's got every right to go in tomorrow, whether it's win, lose or draw, and be like, what's going on? Honestly.
It's interesting in it because not only to play Mazraoui there, not only are you parking Ahmad or another attacking player, you could even argue you might put Xerxes in there and play an extra man in midfield with Casemiro. You could do a few different things, but you're also playing Martinez at left back when he's a centre back. Like it's added another position. We've only got 2 fit fullbacks, and one of them isn't even playing fullback. He's playing as the number 10. It is odd that.
Yeah, it's odd. I think there's going to be a fair few people upset. I'll tell you who else I'd be upset. If I was Højlund, I want to play every minute for United. I know this might be a thing that Ten Hag's worked on with Mazraoui in that 10 and Xerxes at top, but if I've just gone and scored for United and scored the winner on the weekend, I want to play the next game and I want to score. And if we're putting our hopes in Højlund being our top goal scorer at the end of the season or working hard for Man United and being our main number 9, to then go, no, you're not needed for Fenerbahçe. We're going to use Xerxes and Mazraoui, and it's going to be. If I would be a little bit upset. But like, well,
I kind of agree with you there. To be honest with you, I quite like the idea of when I know you have to rest players and rotate and all that. And you got to be careful with injuries. But when a striker or an attacker is doing well and just keeping that momentum going, I'd like to see that happen. I think
he's only just coming back though, isn't he?
I get that.
Because he got injured and then he came back and then he got injured. I don't necessarily think
it's been one of my criticisms of Ten Hag is at times when you see Marcus looks like he's getting a bit of form, then he's dropped him, or you've seen Diallo looking good and he's dropped him, or Garnacho, whatever. So I have been quite critical of that. I think you might be right, Joe. It's a slightly different one with Højlund because he's coming back from an injury. But if it was up to me, I'd probably still had him. You've just scored.
I suppose on the other hand, let's look at it through Ten Hag's eyes. Ahmad has never played in the 10 for Man United. And I'm not saying, I know Mazraoui hasn't either, but is Ahmad even someone capable of playing in the number 10?
He's played before, hasn't he, in the 10?
For who? Where?
He's played there, I think, for Sunderland.
Did he?
He played there, not at Rangers. Where's he? He's played in the 10 before, I'm sure he has.
He's got to be really confident with his team, because if he gets schooled tonight by Fenerbahçe, who's not had the greatest start, they're 4th in their league, they're all right. If he gets schooled tonight by Mourinho, who's got a selection of what you said in the preview of really random players, and this is his first transfer in charge of Fenerbahçe, but here's Ten Hag's 3rd season at Man United. If he gets schooled tonight, he's got to really be confident that starting 11 is going to beat Jose Mourinho's team, because I think there's a lot more at stake here than rather than just go. It's a 3rd game in the Europa League. I think there's a lot more here.
Just looking at this is according to transfermarket.co.uk. Amad Diallo has played 102 games as a right winger, 22 as a centre forward, and I don't know where the line is between centre forward and attacking midfielder. 20 on the left wing and 14 as an attacking midfielder. So centrally, according to Transfermarket, 22. So in central areas, he's played around 36 games there. I mean, 5 as a second striker. What's the difference between a centre forward, a second striker, and an attacking midfielder? So maybe somewhere in the region of 35, 40 games.
He seems more appropriate as a number 10 than a right back.
By comparison, Mazraoui seems to have played 44 games in central midfield. It doesn't really mention a sort of attacking midfielder as a 10, but he's played a season's worth of games as a centre mid. So it isn't something that is new to him. And maybe you wanted a more defensive attacking midfielder or a defensive midfielder.
Like I said, I'd see what happens.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Before the game, you'd have said if you're going to pick either of the two, though, you'd have thought it would have been Ahmed, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
I'm not, not like I said, I'm always loath to go too hard on a formation or a player. I'm not having a dig at Mazraoui at all. I love him. I think he's been mint since he's come into the United team. It just seems a little bit of a peculiar one. And like Ronnie was saying there, if you're Ahmad, you think, done all right when I've played.
Yeah. What happens now if he's too good?
Too good.
Well,
that is the least of anyone's worries, mate.
The dynamic of the whole team is going to change if Mazraoui does a 10 out of 10 performance. Bruno's like, what the fuck?
If you not watched United over the last few years, what we do is when someone's really good, we lower the levels.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Remember when like Reguilon came in, he was mint for about half an hour, and you went, whoa, pack that in.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
You idiot.
Don't do that.
You're making us look bad. Let's have a look at Fenerbahçe's team then. There's a few friendly faces in this one. They've got Livakovic in goal.
Yeah.
Not well known so far. Mulder right back. You know her
from X-Files.
X-Files, exactly. Yeah. They've got Djiku centre back with
Pikachu. That's different. I know him.
You know him. Soyuncu. You should know. Used to play for Leicester, centre back.
Yeah. He's the one, right? Everyone went on about him like he was better than Maguire.
Yeah.
We bought Maguire, right? And Soyuncu had like 2 good games for Leicester. Everyone's going, Leicester sold Maguire for 80 million and we've got a better player in already. No, they didn't, you dickheads.
No. Soyuncu is not a better player than Harry Maguire.
What are you? His mate?
They've got Osei Samuel as well at left back. Now it starts to get a little bit reminisce. Amrabat and Fred,
legends.
As a midfield
pair
too.
of United legends.
There's a world that I think has the name Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on it. That is our starting midfield tonight, isn't it? If Solskjaer was still here, that could easily. I know Amrabat didn't play. I think we would.
Isn't it mad that Amrabat sort of dug out Jason Wilcox?
Yeah, that was
You
interesting.
don't usually get that, do you?
What did he say?
He just said that there's a reason I'm not at United anymore, and he's Jason Wilcox.
Yeah, he said. Was it
cryptic?
Yeah.
He said, I have a special relationship with Ten Hag. He wanted to keep me this summer, so I wish him the best, but not for Thursday. I hope they lose. The reasons for my departure? The only thing I want to say is that you have to ask Mr. Wilcox. Mr. Wilcox, that's your, I don't want to say stage name, but webcam name.
Porn name.
Wilcox.
Wilcox. And the answer is always, yes, it will. What do you make of that Ten Hag supposedly wanted Amrabat to stay? Would you have liked to see him stick around?
Well,
did he do enough?
Ten Hag's talked quite openly over the last week or so about players he'd like to stay. He talked about McTominay still being part of the team, but obviously with the fair play and how we were supposed to, you do things at a football club. McTominay had to go to make money. The Amrabat thing was interesting because what the situation was there is did we sell him to Fenerbahçe? Did he just leave?
Well, he was on loan, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on loan, so he was gone. So was it to do with money? Was it to do with Wilcox not liking the style of play, or did Wilcox think that signing someone like Amrabat was a sort of a step back in what he hopefully thought was a sort of bright new future for Man United?
It's the latter, because I think this whole you could easily say, we could do with Amrabat now, which I get. But if we'd have signed Amrabat, it would have been on a minimum 4-year deal. 4 year plus one, probably a 5 year plus one. Because what is he, 27, 28? We'd have probably given him a 5 year deal. And Jason Wilcox and the team might have thought he's not the sort of player we want here in 5 years' time. Yeah. And I kind of get that. I think he put in a great performance against City. He was decent. I can't remember which or both of the Brighton and Newcastle games that he played in was good, and was the Newcastle one.
I think so.
But for most of last season, there was no question he would leave. And I just think that this idea of keeping him because he had a couple of good games, it feels nice and it's fun and it's it would be exciting. But realistically, he didn't do enough to stay at Man United. He was worse than Sabitzer the season before, and no one really questioned him leaving.
My thoughts on Amrabat. I love his performance in the derby. As a fan, I'd have been happy to see him stay. But sometimes me and you spoke about, Joe, maybe the club have to be better than us fans.
Yeah.
Don't let emotion or the heart rule the head. I would think it's slightly odd if the manager actually wanted him and Wilcox would say no. But like I said, the main thing is your guy's got to deliver on it.
Yeah.
Because you've basically decided we're not going to keep Amrabat, we're going to get your guy. I know they're not the same player, but it's just they're filling a similar role, aren't they? And you've also probably said somebody can go to fund your guy as well.
Yeah.
So your guy's got to deliver, otherwise either of those decisions are just going to look bad.
Yeah. We've got a few more players, obviously, in the Fenerbahçe side to go through. They've got Szymanski on in the left side of midfield, which is interesting. That's my old family name, that.
Szymanski?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yes, in the 1800s. My mother's
How do you know that?
father, because of just
You went on that, who do you think you are?
Szymanski.
Szymanski.
So how did you get to Smith?
Because that's my dad's side.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
got
mum's
that.
side. There you go. Anyway, they've then got Tadic, Dusan Tadic, and we spoke about this in the preview, but for anyone who didn't watch that or doesn't know, the 18-19 season under Ten Hag, that year where Ajax got to the Champions League semi-final, they won the league, they were fantastic. In that season, Tadic, of course, was playing for Ajax. He got 38 goals and 23 assists that season.
That is incredible.
That's absolutely incredible. How mad
Did
is
no
that?
one go for him in that year then?
Well, he just left Southampton and he was about sort of 28, 29. So I think it was the case of like... That's
Do you know what I mean?
Exceptional is that?
I remember watching Ajax one night and thinking, he looks like that kid who used to play at Southampton, and it is that kid who used to play at Southampton. I was like, hang on a minute, why does he look like he's the best player ever?
He's incredible. That's mad.
They were mint that season, weren't they, Ajax?
Yeah, very, very good.
They were, and he
Still
was,
frustrates me,
you know, they're probably their best player that
Spurs
season.
in that semi.
But yeah, 2018-19. Let me just double check I've got those numbers right.
Yeah,
38
the
goals,
world's
23 assists, which is
worst
just astonishing.
Champions League
I turned it
final.
on. The Scouts have scored. I thought, right, I'm not watching that. Turned it off.
The worst
I
Champions
couldn't
League
help
final
myself.
I've
Went back
ever
on it later
seen.
on, and then I think they scored again. Didn't they? I was
Liverpool,
like,
Spurs.
mate.
Fuck.
Spurs gave up before the ball been kicked. They were happy to be there. Losers.
And finally, we've got Alan St. Maximin, who we all remember, we all know and love from his Newcastle days, and El Nesri as well, who is a I think he's relatively prolific striker as well. En Nesri, sorry. I'm just going to double check. But
so it's a decent time team made up of players we know, but players you would suggest aren't exactly at the not many of them would get into a great Premier League side right now, would they really? So if these are the teams we're going to meet, good sides we're going to meet, then we've got to be beating them. We've got to be beating them, Jay.
Yeah, I
was
think
very,
you're
very
right.
keen of you, that.
We have. The trouble is, our record in Turkey, as discussed earlier, is terrible. We struggle over there. I think it's 3 losses and 1 draw in the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Some of those losses were like the one, was it Istanbul Başakşehir? I can't remember. Başakşehir, thank you. We had like Demba Ba up front, and you're going, oh, remember Demba Ba? And he looked like prime R9 against us. Do you know what I mean? You're like, Jesus Christ.
Do you think you'd like a trip to Turkey, Joe?
Yeah. For a couple of reasons, and I'd win.
You'd come back winning, wouldn't you?
Well, it takes 6 months, but then you do win.
Does it?
Yeah, if you get, I think what you're alluding to there, very, very mean of you, is a hair transplant.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I wondered what you were doing.
My mate's had one done.
A hair transplant?
Exhausted. Takes it from your arsehole. Not your arsehole, but your sorry, your arse.
How much hair has he got on his arsehole?
Arse, cheeks.
His arsehole?
Your arse.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
How hairy is his arse cheeks?
Yeah, but it's hairy. Well, not anymore. They're all on his head.
He's getting you at it.
So,
there's no way they say.
So he's got the smoothest arsehole in the EU.
They
now
block it. They put it on your head. But he did his in spinning fields, so not in Turkey.
Right.
And then do you know what the worst thing is?
They took it from his Turkey Twizzler.
Turkey Twizzler. No, not his pubes, but his fucking.
I mean, the hair around your arsehole is your pubes.
Yeah, that's true. But I thought you meant like, imagine plucking from your bell end off.
By the way, you said he did it in spinning.
That shouldn't be hairy, by the way.
Why are you balance? What's going on?
Let me tell you the worst thing about.
On your belly.
Right, let me tell you the worst thing about what you got to do. For 2 whole weeks, you have to sleep upright.
With right, so
like
you've
a
got
celery in the fridge.
You've got
crazy, innit? Celery.
You've got arse hair on your head, and you've got to sleep upright for 2 weeks.
Does his forehead stink
2
of
weeks,
shit?
and then no. But then after 6 months, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. It's all going back down.
Yeah,
I don't believe
the air boys are like, oh, there's more hair here. So then you shave off your arse hair, and then new hair comes up.
Is that what, so it's stimulating new hair growth?
It's stimulating new hair growth. Yeah.
Wow, that is
I didn't
unbelievable.
know any of that. I like the way you said it. You got it done in spinning fields.
Yeah, he did.
So pricey piece then.
Yeah, because he said if he wanted to kick off, he was worried that he'd have to go fly back to Turkey.
When I had my nose done, that was what I worried about.
The teeth for me is the thing that worries me.
Just
when
get the
people go to
11.
Turkey, you think people's teeth are falling out, and you've got to get a 4.5-hour flight to just have a chat
that's
with someone
why
who might lock you out.
Harley Street.
Also, as well.
Yeah.
No, I won't say that.
Go on.
No. There's been some horror stories, hasn't there?
Yeah.
You go away, you have a hair transplant, and stuff happens.
Like what?
Have you looked into it?
I've looked into it a couple of times.
Have you really?
Would you consider it?
Yeah. It's too expensive, isn't it? It's about 4K, 5K.
You could do that.
What? I'll wait till the next.
It's a long way that.
Turn.
Yeah.
But people get your bum done as well over in Turkey.
What do you mean? Like
Get your arse bigger.
All right, okay.
BBL.
What's the other one I've looked in? They suck all the fat. Yeah, what's that called?
Liposuction.
BBL.
Here's a question.
Would
for
you get that?
Joe.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I was going to say,
Don't
would
need
you?
it.
You get a free hair transplant, but we're sticking a big arse on you as well, but they're both for free.
Yeah,
Would you take it?
Can I? Yeah, of course I will. Big ass.
Imagine walking around with a massive juicy arse and loads of pubes on his forehead.
It's the most dangerous surgery in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, the arse one.
You've heard stories when you
open
go under, and people have woken up and they've only got one kidney.
They've put the arse on the front.
They've got one kidney. They go back to the UK and they go back to the UK and they say, this is oh doctor, I'm not feeling well. They do an X-ray, kidney's gone.
Right.
Here's something for you that I didn't know. We'll get back to football in a sec. Do you know when someone gets a kidney transplant? Oh, my kidney's not very well. I need a new kidney.
Yeah.
They put a new one in. They leave the old one in.
So you have 3.
Yeah.
But what does it still? Do you detach it?
Why don't they take it out?
Don't know.
Maybe because all right, nah.
Shit there.
Why? Is there a chance you might die?
Yes, the recipient's kidneys are usually left in place after a kidney transplant.
Did you hear about that guy?
So when you've got faulty kidneys, you can come out there with 4 kidneys inside.
Did you hear about a guy, the doctor from the NHS? This is balance.
You've got to be kidding me.
Where he got sacked. I think he might
you
have
don't
put
have
in
to
prison.
slag off the end. This isn't like you don't have to.
No. Balance because I slagged off the Turkish doctors. He signed your kidney with a laser. Google it now. He signed. Doctor signs kidney laser. England.
Said kidney. I put signed kidney with laser. Nothing coming up whatsoever.
Are you Joe Rogan?
Right. Maybe it's not going to court.
Here you go.
Here you go.
A transplant surgeon used an electric beam to burn his initials into patients' organs. He just lost his medical license.
No, it's not funny.
Maybe he thought he was signing for a new
Won't
one.
hurt him though.
What would the two initials be?
Probably not with the anesthesia.
Yeah, he'd be alright.
Yeah, so he signed them like that. Not just one.
SB had put in him.
SB.
Imagine the smell.
That's peak narcissism, innit?
Yeah, that's incredible narcissism.
What would the smell be?
Yeah.
What, cooking kidneys in that? Oof. Anyway, let's get into some score predictions. Joe McGrath, I'll start with you. Everything that we've said, we've looked into it, everything. We know everything about the game. Tell us what the score's going to be.
I think, for some weird reason, when United seem to play a Jose Mourinho side, there seems to be a weird lack of respect from Mourinho. He doesn't like to seem to put the boot in too much. And that was throughout my time watching Jose Mourinho's teams come to United. And for that reason, I think it's gonna be a good game of football, but it's not going to be high scoring. And if we do win today, it's going to be 1-0.
Well, are we going to win?
Yeah, we're going to win 1-0. Mazraoui.
What did I say on the preview?
Don't worry about that. You've seen the team now. It's all different now. Mazraoui's at the 10.
Right, yeah.
Get your score prediction in the comments as well.
I'll go 3-1 United.
3-1 United?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You love a 3-1.
I do love a 3-1.
What initials would you burn in someone's kidney? What score would you burn in someone's kidney?
I would burn in the unmistakable smell of a 2-1 to Manchester United, I think.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Or the 4-3.
4-3. The
4-3
4-3
goal, classic.
What do you think, Ronaldo? We've got a little while to kick
That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
What would I laser into a kidney?
No, what score is it going to be tonight?
What score would I laser into a kidney without taking the piss? I think United will still win. Good. I think it'll be a tight one. 2-1 United.
Okay.
2-1, very good. I'll get into some of the comments as well. Phil O'Brien says...
Is that Edin Dzeko on the bench for them as well?
Yeah, that's Edin Dzeko, yeah. And Cenk Tosun as well, who used to play for Everton. There's a lot of players that we know.
Worst player I ever interviewed, Edin Dzeko.
Wow, what did he say?
Oh, he was horrible. It was a mixed zone as well. It was before the FA Cup final, when City lost to Wigan. So they did like a thing.
Maybe that's why he was so annoyed.
Well, no, because it was at Carrington where they used to have the training ground, and it was like obviously before they set off for the FA Cup final. So they brought all the players out. It was like a tent a marquee they'd set up, and they all walked around, and they were all right because Fergie just retired. And we were asking him about that. There wasn't any drama. There was like company was there. I can't remember Gareth Barry. I think everyone was okay. It was a similar sort of questions, and it wasn't like I was being a dickhead because I'm a red. I was just like FA Cup final. What does it mean? Does it give you look forward to as a kid? Fergie's retiring. Does it think does that give you a little boost? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They were all being okay. But he was just being dead awkward, dead arsey. He was like one of the last ones to come out. He was just being alright, not bad.
Here's a question for you. Who's like the greatest Premier League player that has just disappeared after he's finished? Like no punditry, coaching, anything like that. The top of his game, they've just gone, vanished. I used to think about that.
Here's one, John Terry. I know he's done coaching, but to say how big he was, you never see him talking. You never see him on stuff. I know he's
probably because
Gareth Barry. Then when you saw Gareth Barry, he's just gone.
Yeah, that's a good. Gareth Barry's a good one. I know.
You know why it is with John Terry though?
Yeah, but people would have him. You know they would. They would have him on ITV.
He's done a few bits, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah. Well, he was
he
too
at
busy selling
Villa at one
NFTs.
point? Is he still at Villa?
No, he was a coach. I think he's gone back. Has he got back to Chelsea or something?
Yeah, he's doing coaching and stuff, so it doesn't quite tick all the boxes. But to say how big and high profile he was, you don't see much of it.
He's organising the latest Tommy Robinson match.
Yeah, that's true. We've got some score predictions here. Dan C says 3-2 United. Confidence in the lads tonight. Callum says 0-0. Glenn F says 2-4. That's nice. I'd take that. That'd be a lovely score, actually. Michael Maguire says 3-1 United. Takeover says 4-0 half-time. Anthony Hattrick. I don't know when he's getting on, but it's obviously pretty early on. A full-named Huggy, brackets Huggy B, says, it'd be a 1-0, 2-1. I completely agree, Huggy B. Jim Mack says 0-2 win easy. Comfortable, professional win. Kiel Matra just says 666.
Nice.
Invoking the devil there. Nice. Phil O'Brien says 4-0. Tyson Barnett says 4-3. Comeback win. God, we can't be conceding 3 again, surely. That would be absolutely awful.
If we score 4.
That's true. We've got a few super chats. Let's get into some of these bad boys. FBF1, this was from a while ago, so I apologise, but you're wrong. Says it's clearly a 3/5 at the back. No chance he's playing Mazraoui at a 10.
You've done him dirty now.
Yeah,
I've done you dirty. Sorry,
when did
John.
you say that?
And in hindsight is a beautiful thing.
About 20 minutes
I was going to say, has he kind of this guy overruled Tanag?
No, he's probably sent that in when the stream started or something.
John B says a great European night ahead. Fenerbahçe versus Ajax with this emoji. Not sure what that means. Ant L says that is not what's on United's app. It's 3-4-2-1. I'll just repeat what I said to FBF1 Sports. Jason McAvoy says, what time is Newcastle playing tonight, Ethan? Well, they're not on today. Why not? Didn't they finish 7th? Having a little rest. Oh, not in any European competitions. That's weird. Sure they finished 7th. I don't know what happened there.
See how sad he sounded.
I love it. This is the 3rd game we've had in the Europa. Someone has put that super chat in every single game so far, and it has to continue. Thank you very much.
Is the way you
Thank you, Jason.
He's like, we're not playing today.
They're just having a rest. It's not dead, it's just sleeping. Tina Tellefson Totoka says this game can go all ways. Either we lose by 3 goals, or we win, or we draw.
Yeah,
Classic. It's a great comment.
Well, actually, no, sorry, I got that wrong.
Do you think
we either lose big, win big, or draw?
Do you think Mazraoui gets a goal contribution after all
yes, 100%.
I can see something like
scores.
that.
Nailed on in it.
Joshua Bowater says, with Mazraoui in the 10, I'm massively worried we're going to get more of a battering than Joe's nips during a marathon. Thanks. They're still crispy.
Are they?
Yeah, let's see him.
No. Did I tell you what happened to him?
No.
I told you they were getting a bit sore, and then I was bathing the dog. To do
during the marathon?
Not in the marathon, no.
Sounds like a euphemism.
Bathing the dog is a running term. It's when you go really deep and you sort of have to cleanse
Bathing
your
the
whole
dog.
soul. No, it's not really. The dog had never had a bath before, so to get her to do it without feeling traumatized, I got in the bath with her, so she'd feel like, oh, this isn't a bad thing. So she was sat on my lap like that, and then Lizzie was spraying the water to wash her face off and accidentally sprayed the shower up her nose. So the dog freaked out, scratched both my nipples that were already sore, and they started bleeding. So
what a crazy scene that is.
Yeah, it was an
Are
awful
you nude
scene.
in the bath?
I'm completely naked with a dog on my
You're
lap,
completely
like
nude?
some kind of predator.
And then Lizzie standing over both of you, showering you down.
Yeah.
And then your nipples start to bleed.
Like some out of David Lynch film or something. It's crazy.
Anyway, thank you, Josh, for your super chat. James Woods says, without sounding like Ria, we're back. Felt so positive since the weekend. Martinez as captain. Argentina. Lovely. It's just lovely. And Andrew Schrader says, would you get... Right, I don't
Go
even...
on.
It's had 4 likes, so we've got to read it out.
Super chat, you got to read it out.
It says, would you get your Willy Kambwala done in Turkey if you could put it on the Stretford Paddock corporate card? Is that... Of all the surgeries, though, that's still not a thing, is it?
What, getting your willy done?
You can't get your...
I think if you ask hard enough.
Hard enough.
What do you mean ask hard enough?
Yeah, look how... I'm that hard and look how small it is. I need something done here, Doc.
I think there's a couple of surgeries out there that'll do it for you.
What?
Extend your willy.
How do they do that? Break it in 3 places and hope it grows back?
Yeah, and there'll be some sort of thing. You might take one of your muscles from like your thigh or something and whack it in there.
What, you like reinforcing it?
Yeah, you build up a little bit of a structure around it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God. I could see you making it thicker like that.
Yeah.
Like almost putting like a cage of muscle around it to widen the bitch out.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you make it longer. Cut a disc out.
Make the cage bigger.
Where are you going with this?
Put a slice out, put a tin of beans in, and glue the end back on. Then all of a sudden...
What if they said to you, you can have someone else's?
No,
but it's Lucky Dip.
They're dead.
Oh.
They're dead. And how did they die? Cock first into a threshing machine. We don't always get it right. Discombobulate says, surprised Jay hasn't travelled to Turkey. Could have hit up the barbers and sorted out that shiny bonce. And that's had 5 likes. So
I would never, right? I'm bald for life, mate. I'm never doing a Wayne Rooney. I'm staying to the end.
It'd be horrible if you came back and you did a hair transplant.
If I did that, you got to promise me, right, that you'd never mention it on the channel.
I wouldn't mention it off air, let alone on air.
Yeah, I just come out with a big afro. And you don't say anything. You don't address it. You don't read out any comments about it. We just act like it's nothing. Yeah.
I think if you came back with like the sort of Wilt Chamberlain hair and tash.
Yeah.
But like fully formed immediately.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever mention it. I wouldn't say a word. It'd be the best.
I've had my mates who've had like that tattoo thing done on their head.
Oh yeah, so it looks like the stubble.
Yeah, like one of my pals, my good pal, he's had it done. But I'm not.
I think he scored for Panathinaikos against Chelsea.
Who?
Palestri.
Has he? Also, Ethan, we don't need to cut to Joe.
Anyone
when he's doing something.
I was just asking for some. Obviously, I was asking for a win as well as some water.
We can get some waters all round.
Yeah, all round, please. Thank you. Actually, 4 glasses might be a bit testing.
Do 2 trips.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
2 trips.
2 trips. And someone like coffee from next door. No, we didn't.
You can't steal stuff from the office next door. No. You would though.
We did.
I didn't. Just looking at this United side, Jay, where do you see us getting goals from? Because obviously Joshua Zirkzee hasn't been prolific, to say the least.
No.
I know Rashford's been kind of chipping in here and there. You've got Garnacho, who's a little bit wasteful, but is sort of coming up with the goods. Do you worry about creating chances for those players?
A little bit, yeah. I'd like to see sort of continue what we saw the weekend. Garnacho and Rashford look very good. Obviously no Højlund, but I do like Zirkzee. I think he's had a bit of... some of the stick he's been getting is a bit OTT. From some United fans I spoke to. It's only early days, isn't it, for him? So the lack of goals has concerned me, but for a game like this, you know, Fenerbahçe, they're a good team, but you should be able to get goals against them.
I do feel slightly sorry for Zirkzee because as fans, why we're giving him stick is because we craved a goal scorer, didn't we? We craved someone who's going to come in and we could all get behind, sing along to. Olden days when we used to watch United and we were at our best, we'd have 3-4 strikers on the pitch who could all get bags of goals. So when he comes in and he's not the sort of, you know, a guy who can just, you know, slot balls into the back of the net, we were sort of frustrated. And we also had a real glimmer of hope against Fulham in the first game where we think, cracky, comes on and he scores. This is it. So he kind of unfortunately set the bar quite high, and realistically he was not that kind of player. And this isn't me saying he's not a good player. This is me saying United fans wanted a really out and out goal scorer. Unfortunately he's not that, but it's going to take us time to get used to the player he is.
Do you know what though? United have struggled with attackers going back to the latter days of Fergie. People going about Van Persie, and obviously rightly so, he was phenomenal for that one season. But you look at some of the other players who brought around there. I remember Kagawa coming in, everyone was raving about it. It didn't quite happen for him. Look at Zaha. He was, I think, the last signing Fergie made didn't happen for him.
Depay,
Sanchez. Even
Cavani.
Mata, we all loved Juan Mata. Did he quite hit the heights that he was at Chelsea? If we're being brutally honest, probably not. Falcao was a disaster. Alexis Sanchez was a disaster. Even players that did okay, like Zlatan had one good season, Lukaku did alright numbers wise, not really what we wanted from him overall. It's just been an issue for us. Martial looked great at times, didn't quite hit the heights.
Who is the best striker?
We've not really bought a striker or an attacker who has absolutely smashed it for a long time.
Probably Zlatan, I think. That one year he felt like he was a proper number 9. But I think all teams struggle with that though,
yeah,
don't they?
like Ronnie had, Zlatan had one good season, Ronnie had one good season.
Yeah.
Cavani had one good season. We've just struggled, haven't we?
It's that when you think though, you go back, look at all the top teams, Arsenal are currently in a spell of struggling for a striker that gets a lot of goals. Like Liverpool haven't had a number 9 that scored loads of goals since Torres, and that was pushing 15 years ago now. I know they've had Salah who's done it, so that's made up for it. Chelsea have had, in the Premier League era, I know Zola got goals and Hasselbank did, but then it was a big wait until Drogba arrived, and then it's been Costa after that. But
Hazard.
Since then, they've struggled to find...
I think with a 9, a lot of teams have, but usually teams have had good, like Liverpool had Sadio Mane and Mo Salah and Firmino. Like that was a front three that just worked. I get your point. I'm not disagreeing with you. City had Jesus, Mahrez, Sterling. They all weighed in, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like United have just struggled attackers we've brought in, and it's been like, you know, we've had these sort of seasons where Martial's looked like the guy or Rashford's looked like the guy, but just in terms of consistency, I just think, and especially signings, it's been hard, hasn't it?
It has been
Sorry,
hard.
I forgot about Suarez at Liverpool as well, of course. Sorry about that.
Short change,
apologise for that.
Tell you they like the most, don't you?
Swap.
Can tell you they like the most, don't I? Me and Ronnie got the little small glasses. You got
Right.
That's true.
We've got a super chat.
Not
Benny,
technically. It's
I'll slip you a little bit.
Benny and the Beast says, my wife and I just
I
celebrated
don't,
our...
yeah,
My
come
wife.
out of our pocket. Right, good point. Go on.
My wife
was
and
like,
I
no,
just celebrated our honeymoon going to the United versus Brentford game. Our first time in Manchester, and my wife was upset not to see Jay.
That's class, that. Really?
What do you make of
Oh, bless him.
That
If I'd have known, I'd have come and said hello.
But you would have.
What are you making it all seedy for?
Bastards.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Jay. It
Say hello.
sounded like you was about to get an offer you can't refuse. I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean?
None of that. I'm always I'm happy to meet people. I get like people message me saying, "Oh, if you're at the game, can we meet up
I'll
and
put
say
your
hello?"
email address in the chat.
You can.
Yeah.
Cook old Jay.
It's Joe at stretfordpaddock.co.uk.
Cook someone takes their room number, what would you do?
Text me their room number where?
What?
They don't say.
Just number 12.
Just as 316.
Yeah.
They
Oh, I'll
mention the
go.
hotel, don't they? Go where, you know, Dakota 412.
I'd immediately block that number.
Would you? Would
Yeah.
you go just to see what it was?
Are you fucking mental?
All right, then you get there.
Right, I love my missus, but you've met her. Do you know what had happened to me if I went go in and random
She's
hotel
invited.
rooms?
Okay. Take her with you.
What?
Take her with you.
God, yeah.
You can't
Nothing
s-
better than watching.
You can't start a sentence saying I
Yeah.
love my wife, but
No, she'd murder and rightly so. She'd murder me if I started meeting random strange women in hotel rooms, and rightly so, because I wouldn't be happy if she said I'm just going to meet some lad who sent me his hotel room.
Yeah, no, but they're on the honeymoon.
Why?
They're on the honeymoon.
Oh, it's all right. They're on the honeymoon, all right, and go meet him in the hotel. It's fine. No,
It don't have to be like that, Jay.
what?
They might just want to show you the team.
No, I'm not having to go to the kid there. I mean, but if you're sending
Sorry, Benny.
if you're
Really,
sending me a
really nice day,
hotel
really.
room number, obviously there's something going down in it.
I wonder where they stayed. Sorry, I just thought.
What we're going to do? List Manchester hotels.
I reckon it was a Midland.
I think it was a Hampton by
In
Hilton.
fact, I'm gonna.
You know where they stayed?
No. I thought you were joking that you went to see them. Really? No.
Did you?
Well, I did not go to the Midland room 491.
Matty H says
It's good to Midland.
Jay
It
was
is.
like Professor X hearing Joe's thoughts. I don't know when that was. But, you know, someone said Playboy Jay in the comments. That's from Asda.
I'm the least playboy person in this room.
You got that bunny rabbit tattooed on your arse cheek. You're not that far off.
No, the only thing I've had off my arse cheek is hair from my head.
What?
If you weren't watching 20 minutes ago, you have no idea what the fuck that means. Ronaldo, give me your thoughts on Fenerbahçe.
Now, quickly.
Mourinho at the helm, a host of now that's what I call 2015 Premier League players.
it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not even just Mourinho himself. It's the players that they have, obviously with Fred and Amrabat, and they have Dusan Tadic. They have Edin Dzeko in the ranks. So it's almost Soyuncu. It's a proper Masters football from the Premier League type of outfit, but they're all players that we do know have quality, and I think they are missing one of their best midfielders. They're starting one. I can't remember his name, a Turkish guy, but outside of that,
Turkish guy.
yeah, that's not like a mad guess. I think
Narrowed
it's
it down.
Yemzmek or something along them lines. But I still believe, regardless, that United have a better side, a better team. And I think if we play to the best of our ability, then we should beat them. There's a reason why Fenerbahçe are in the Europa League and not the Champions League.
Can I ask you a question, Ronnie? What's the situation with Mason Mount? Why is he not in the squad?
You put some. You've been.
No, because I know you. And you don't just tweet randomly. Like, you must have looked into it. Why is he not available? Is it because of the hand injury?
I think he's had an injury setback, is what Ten Hag has said.
Fucking hell.
Which is kind of been the story of his time here, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it?
And where is Luke Shaw?
We don't talk about him.
Because he's, completely gone, hasn't he?
Don't talk about him.
Was Malacia not in training the other
We
day?
definitely don't talk about him. He's been out 500 days, Malacia.
Oh, I feel sorry for
Luke
him.
Shaw's been out 260 days.
I think Malacia gambled, didn't he, with his surgery? Like, didn't he go to somewhere where the club were a bit
He
like...
went to Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Yeah, and they were like, don't know about that. And he went, no, it'll be all right. And it wasn't.
God. It is
200
absurd.
Is that the end? Do you ever see Luke Shaw in a United shirt again?
No, he'll be back.
Yeah, he will be. He'll probably get a 3-year extension at the end of the season.
He'll be back, yeah, and he'll have a good month, and then everyone will be like, he's the greatest left back ever. And then he'll sign a new 5-year deal.
I just got absolutely done by a Twitter piece then.
Go on.
So Luke Shaw's back in training, then it was
Joe McGrath.
Luke Little.
Oh, sorry, Luke Little.
Sorry. Yeah. 247 days was the last time he played.
247
Manchester
days,
United,
but he
yeah.
played the final for England, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It is a tough one, that, isn't it? It's a tough one to
I
take.
suppose, yeah, and if he wins that, then you kind of...
Who'd you blame in that scenario,
understand it
though?
all.
Who'd you point the finger at?
Luke
Can you
Shaw
blame
and
Luke
Gareth
Shaw
Southgate.
for saying, yeah, I'll play in fucking Euro?
If you win that game, if England win that game and Luke Shaw's part of the team, then what you can't... The first major trophy in how many years, you can't not be part of that. As a footballer, you can't not be part of that.
Yeah.
And I don't hold a grudge against him. What I hold a grudge against him now is that he's not winning the United squad.
Yeah.
And he must have done something either with England or in pre-season or whatever, where it's like, fucking, here we go again.
United needs to start making decisions with certain players, man. It's all very well and good not renewing Sofian Amrabat's contracts or whatever, but how many times are we going to be waiting and relying on players that just aren't fit consistently enough?
I've got an idea before.
Because they're very good when they play. It's not the point. He's not played for, 8 months?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Got an idea for kickoff for the future, for European games for here on the stream.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know, like they've got the thing where you'll flap up and down?
Yeah.
Could bring our own in.
Like what?
I don't know, but like something fun.
Like a
so
little
you've
parachute?
got a corner, you got a corner, we just flap it a bit.
Yeah.
Do you fancy it?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Ronnie gets involved, he comes around.
What, like a little bed sheet type
Yeah, we
thing?
play like a song,
Yeah.
flap it a bit.
Ethan can play acoustic
It looks
guitar.
good fun, doesn't it?
Ethan's got a keyboard.
You have a keyboard?
I miss Sofian Amrabat.
You miss Sofian Amrabat. Shut up.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, man.
What do you even miss?
The last time I watched him on a football pitch was one of the best performances you've ever seen in your life. That's all I'm going to say. It's one of the happiest memories. If it wasn't for Sofian Amrabat, right, you wouldn't have had the greatest day of your life.
Sorry to cut you off there, Jake. John Officer, I think he likes your idea, but he said he could use one of your jumpers.
Wow.
I think it's a bit of a...
Wow.
That's a
Wow,
bit of a
I
diss,
can't
that.
believe you read that out.
Well, no, it's just...
Super
it's
chat,
not
you
a
got to read
it's
that.
not a super chat as
Side
such.
chokes on DT's Willie. What's that all about?
It says that, yeah, John Officer.
Super chat, you got to read that.
Could use one
But
of your
I can't
jumpers, Joe.
believe you've just done that to
Use my
your friend.
underpants after
To your
Turkey.
best friend.
Yeah.
Massive knob.
No, genuinely, like, what's the best day you've had as a United fan?
The best day... it's hard, isn't it? Because... And this is going to sound really bad. There was times later on... Oh, no, it's the 2008 Champions League final. But there were times later on where some of the league titles kind of didn't have the same bang that the previous ones had because we just got so used to it. I know that's a bit gross to admit.
It's not.
Did you have a bit of that?
Yeah, I get it. Like, the one...
When did we beat Wigan?
That was 2008. When Giggsy scored.
Oh, it was when we... Yeah, that was... I remember that being a fantastic day.
But do you know what it is? Do you know what made Wembley so special? Is the fact we'd been so shit all season. That's why it was so good. And we were so good that day.
That can't be the best.
It's one of the best. That's one of the best days I've had as a Red.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Honestly.
It was amazing.
I'm not like you
It
say,
was
we
a
can't,
good
but
game.
it fucking
It was
can't, because
great.
it was. Like, so it's not necessarily like, oh, the 99 final or the 2008 final. Like, they're obviously, as moments, are amazing, but it's different as well, certain games when you're there. Do you know what I mean? And who you're with and what's going on and the atmosphere and the feeling at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Villa 3-0 when we last won the title, you know, when Van Persie scored that volley, it's one of my favourites because everything about it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Like, the atmosphere was great, the goals were great, won the title number 20, party time, it was just fucking mint.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, there's other times, like you say, we won the title and it's just not been...
It's not had the same bang.
Like,
John Officer, who's the one who mentioned your jumper, Joe,
he can get fucking banned from the chat.
He said it's all love. My jumper would fill the table. So I think
Alright,
it's
sorry, John,
Ronaldo's
alright.
fallen over twice, by the way, tripping over the same thing.
All right,
on the
John,
way in and out of
forgive
that
me,
room.
forgive me for saying you should get banned from the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still call me a fat bastard.
Exactly.
No, but
actually,
he's saying
this should be
you're
your
both fat
decision.
bastards.
Oh,
No, go on.
yeah. I'll start slagging you off. You go, I'm the same as you.
Now, what
Yeah,
are
that's
you
right.
offended by that? No, you can't. I don't want to tell you what to
I'm not
do.
too offended.
You bothered?
I'm in my head more realistically thinking, would it fill the shit table?
Right.
Why is Trossard reffing this
So
game?
the
by the way?
accuracy is the thing that.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Why is Leandro Trossard reffing this game? If anyone can let me know.
What's
Very
going on?
interesting.
United.
The game's kicked off. Good luck, everyone. Good luck in the chat.
Good luck, everyone.
Gentlemen, good luck.
Fenmun.
Look at these crisp waters on the table.
Sam Matterface and Robbie Savage.
Blimey. Hell of a
Did I
line.
ever tell you I like Sam Matterface for one reason only? When I was racing a tram through town.
Right, fucking, that's the easiest race ever, by the way.
And I fucking got beat the first time, didn't I?
What stations were you doing it from?
I got off at Piccadilly and I ran to Deansgate.
Oh, you fucking absolutely.
Was that a mile?
No, I followed the tram to Deansgate. So I followed the route of the tram and then I had to beat it up the stairs. It's a fucking moving vehicle.
How does a tram get upstairs?
It climbed up a hill.
Right. Do you know what I'm not trying to disparage it.
Well, you
but
are.
Here he is. Yeah, you're slagging me off.
the amount of times I go to Piccadilly Gardens and my tram circles is there and it's setting off and I'll just run to St. Peter's Square and get there easily before it.
Yeah, but that's just one stop. I did 3.
All right, I'm going to carry on to Deansgate and I still fucking got there. All right.
So I lost
Have
the
you done
first.
that before?
What?
Have you literally done that run before that he failed?
What, the
No,
Piccadilly
he's
to
doing
Deansgate?
showing it Piccadilly Gardens to St.
Right,
Peter's
so you're
Square.
saying Piccadilly Station
To Deansgate's hard.
Right, I don't mean to be that guy, Joe, but come on.
Go see what we'll fucking do it, shall we?
Not now.
Right.
Not now.
Did
Anyway,
you-
but Sam Matterface commentated it, and I just messaged him saying, Sam, I'm racing a tram. Do you mind commentating over this? And he did it.
Did you do it for charity?
He's a good guy, you know,
Yeah,
Sam
I did it for
Matterface.
charity.
Do you know he's
He's a
the
good
only
guy.
presenter I've ever done a radio thing with who's messaged me afterwards and said, like...
He
I really
actually is
enjoyed that.
genuine.
We
And
argued...
he just said 417, didn't he?
Yeah, come to my room, big
The
boy.
hotel room.
He just said, don't ever speak to me again, you
What you said on there is one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
He's
You ought to
nice.
be-
He's
Yeah,
one
nah, he
of the- he's
messaged
one
me
of the
saying I
good
really
guys.
enjoyed that chat
That's
and that
good.
because we were arguing a little bit about Marcus, but not like...
And I think he gets a lot of stick because obviously he replaced... what's he called?
He said obviously, so it should be tip of your tongue.
Obviously, he replaced someone I can't remember.
Who did he obviously replace?
Oh, nearly.
Tilsley. We've got some super chats.
That could have been mint and ended up being terrible.
Oh, no.
And then he made
For some reason
Xerxes.
going to say Martin Tyler then.
Suvajit says Jay showing up to the hotel room with his new afro. That'd be
Yes.
lovely. Just
Nice.
like, bang, hands in the door frame like that. Neo Wolf says Jay doth protest too much. Also, Jay and Joe need their own show. Guessing it's you two. Neo
We've
Wolf.
got our own show. It's called Stretford Paddock.
That's true. We've got one.
It's called every video on this channel.
Neo Wolf says Jay's anti-hair bias. The only reason he misses Amrabat.
Yeah, do you know what? Us baldy stick together, my brother. You're right.
Is that because of the macassar oil?
Yeah.
That is the name of it, isn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, like
Not
you said, you
everyone-
stick together. I was saying that the oily
Oh, right, okay.
macassar
We went-
oil.
What?
I was going to say something when he started speaking. We went for Korean food before.
Did you? Was it
Yeah,
nice?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I've never had Korean food. I don't
nice,
think.
you know.
I didn't get invited with you lot. I know
Chicken
as well, by the way.
Well,
We're-
you
we're-
already went to the Chinese, you
no,
said.
Yeah, but it would have been nice for you to offer, so I could have said no. Do you know what I mean? Do you want to come with us? No, I'm all right, but I didn't get that offer.
So I went to the Korean
mate,
instead.
I hope you enjoy
What
it.
did you get?
Don't try and be me, mate.
Katsu curry, you said it's katsu, didn't you? Technically, I don't think that's even Chinese, is it? Went to the katsu, you went to the katsu curry place.
Yeah, I already got a katsu curry.
Would
was
you,
huge
if I
as well,
give you
man.
like, if I give you like a 2 hours,
Yeah.
could you make me a katsu curry? No googling it.
Yeah, of course.
As in like from scratch.
Yeah.
What's in it then?
Get some katsu.
Nah.
Cat food.
Oh, is it? So actually, I went to my own Korean place and fucking
Well, so
don't want
you've
to go
never
with
tried
yours.
Korean food, no?
Well, I didn't get invited with you lot, so on my own. In fact, that was a massive hint. I'm just gonna go and get Korean food on my own. I thought you might have got onto it and gone, "Hey, RJ, come with us," but no.
You were sat on this. You were in the same restaurant as us, just 2 tables over. Never,
Hey, lads, waving at you, just
never
ignoring
breaking
me.
eye contact.
Yeah.
We didn't look. United first 5 minutes. Jay, thoughts?
Yeah, looking good.
I've not seen a thing actually.
Have you not?
No, I've been away with the fairies a little bit. But I'm back.
You're back from the fair.
The level of insight you get on these watch-alongs is just unreal.
Been away with the there was the hand gesture for me.
No, because you started speaking about Sam Matterface, and all I could think about was trams for 4 minutes.
Now, do you know what, right? I'm not having a dig. Piccadilly to Deansgate is a mooch. Yeah.
Do it? Go on then.
It's mooch.
What are you doing Monday? What are you doing Monday?
Right.
What are you doing Monday?
Just calm yourself, yeah? Getting all aggressive and that. No need.
Yeah, we'll do it on Monday.
Oh, Fenerbahçe in the box.
He sold it there.
Oh.
Right, that's the most ridiculous shot ever.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Why did he shoot then? I'm glad he did. Fenerbahçe bloke gets down the right. That's his name. And just tries to shoot from the fucking touchline, basically.
What's the name?
The touchline.
The Fenerbahçe bloke.
Fenerbahçe bloke. Fenerbahçe bloke. Fenerbahçe. Oh, it's side netting. Fenerbahçe.
Sorry,
bloke.
I meant
Asai.
Yeah, that's who I meant.
He did mean that, I'm sure.
What's his name?
Asai.
I will say, yeah, say Samuel.
That's the one. Yeah.
Asai. Who says that? Fred from Conning Street.
What, in
I
1989? Yeah.
say.
Who says that? Like he's still on it.
We're very sloppy, aren't we? Straight.
Yeah. Sloppy Joes.
Is that Ugarte there? Just with a completely.
Mate, who's this kid?
Same guy.
Bring back Wan-Bissaka.
I say. Delo's got a lot to show for today. I thought he was pretty poor on the weekend.
No, I thought he did all right.
What? Pretty much gave away the goal. Awful in defending.
When he got forward, Marcus dropped in. I thought it was better.
Yeah,
right, maybe he's more
between the two of them, it looked like they sort of had a little bit more of a better understanding.
Defend, I think he could be the worst defender I've seen in a while.
I think he's had a bit of a rope on this season, but I do rate him. I thought he was all right.
What about there, giving his old teammate?
Watch Amrabat here now. Just remind us what we're missing.
Oh!
Fenerbahçe.
Get that out.
Why is he getting there first? Fred, the ball's bouncing twice in the box, and Fred gets there before anyone else to have a shot.
Everyone knows
too slow.
Fred, though. Were you wearing number 13 if you were a footballer?
No, I don't like number 13. I'm paranoid.
It's unlucky.
Superstitious.
It's not.
Some people don't have...
Well, that settled that argument.
Well, it's not though, is it?
Some people don't have 13 floors.
I'll go as far as to say most people don't have 13 floors.
A restaurant, now they just skip it. They go from 12 to 14.
Well, who does?
You can't.
I tell you who does, and you didn't pay attention when you were there. You go to New York. There's a lot of
hotels.
You can't do that.
High rise.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
What you just said is
Also,
impossible. Like you can't do what.
No, it just says on the left 12, 14.
Yeah, but you've got
13
13
doesn't
floors.
exist. Nah.
You've still got 13 floors.
Doesn't
There's
exist.
just a gap.
Yeah.
Just a gap. 12, 14.
Some people don't have 13 floors.
I worked at a cafe and a pub once, and they didn't have a number 13 table.
Wow. I think that's embarrassing, personally. I think if I owned a building and I wanted to take the number 13 out in case people got scared, I'd say, fuck off, I don't want you to live here.
But the Italian restaurant I worked at, number 4 was lucky, so there are 2 number 4s. That got confusing. That was very confusing.
At opposite ends of the restaurant as well.
So
it's like, number 4, have you ordered the spaghetti bolognese?
No.
Park.
Whereabouts is that?
Cheadle.
Why you saying it like?
Because it wasn't like a restaurant. It was more like a cafe.
Oh right.
But they did lasagna.
Oh, in that case, it must have been a fucking Michelin star in restaurant.
You know what I mean?
They did lasagna.
So
what other fucking amazing exotic food did they do? Lasagna.
You get your toasties omelette at breakfast, but then they have like an Italian menu on the back.
You get toasted omelette.
Toasties, omelettes.
Toasties. What sort of Italian restaurant is it?
It was a list. Toasties, omelettes, breakfast, and then you flip it. What's that? Bolognese.
Oof. Sounds nice.
Yeah, it sounds like a lovely Italian restaurant.
We are 8.5 minutes in. United yet to touch the ball, but we're hoping to do so very soon, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to win the game, but we won't mind touching the ball, but we don't need to do it yet. I really can't think of a time United have had possession.
Here we go.
Amrabat fucked up there.
Double agent.
Yes.
Double agent.
Rashford on the right hand side.
Good
Nice little whip
ball in.
crossing. Cleared comfortably.
Not bad.
Oh, do you know what? It'd be great if Amrabat has a stinker.
No.
Oof.
Ooh, Ugarte with the
With
double stamp special.
Lissandro Martinez special.
Oh, and he's dived in
who's
there.
this kid here now?
Same guy again.
Same guy. He's gonna be a bit of a troublemaker, isn't he?
He is,
God,
yeah.
they've got a little bit of space there to the right.
Counter attack here from Fenerbahçe. Ball to the back post.
Good
Good
ball
save
in.
by Onana
Great
there,
save.
because their striker was coming in at the back post. I don't think Lindelof even knew he was there, to be honest.
Oh.
And good defending there from Martinez, just making sure he goes down and out rather than getting the ball across. Oh, St. Maximin, sorry.
Interesting.
He's tricky. We know St. Maximin's tricky.
It causes all sorts of problems at Wembley at the time, didn't it? For the first 45.
There's a handful of players that are like him, isn't there? Of that, like, it's certain aspects of football, they're about as talented as you could possibly imagine. But at the crucial putting the ball in the back of the net or finding your striker, he's almost amateur level.
That was on Filthy. Oh, what's his name? Steve was trying to get him on Paddock. What? Yeah, Yannick Bolasie. I remember watching him against Scousers, and he was unreal.
Yeah.
And I saw him a few times where he was just mint. In terms of skill, he was phenomenal. But like in terms of how many goals and assists he got, his numbers weren't great.
Adama Traore is another one, obviously. Not skillful, but just like unplayable at times. Yeah. And yet every year you look and he's got 5 goals, 3 assists.
He went to Barca.
Yeah.
That was mental, that, wasn't it?
It was.
Like, how's he went to, did he go to Barca then go back to Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Barca
that?
are slowly turning things around, aren't
Mate, he's like he said the other day, he was about Zavin, he's like, look at like the fact they still won a league with him. You forget that almost. Yeah. It's like when Barca are having a stinker, they still win the title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
like we're having a nightmare, pulled all these levers, it's been disastrous with the Europa, but we still won the Liga.
Yeah.
When United have a stinker, we finish 8th.
Oof. We have a stinker.
Yeah, we know how to have a stinker, us.
Dave Robotham says the MRI doesn't have Ward 13, skips it completely. I just think that's crazy.
It's unlucky though, isn't it?
It's not.
Unlucky.
I get it for an hospital.
Though, is
I
it?
get it for an hospital.
Yeah. If you real and you go, oh, by the way, we're going to take you to.
That's why I get it for the
hospital. I get it because
Fuck off.
also people's mindset is a big part of getting better.
Yeah,
and all
100%.
that. You don't want people feeling nervous or like weird about it. So I kind of get, because culturally it's like thought of as an unlucky number, but actually it being unlucky is obvious nonsense, isn't it? Of course.
It was Friday the 13th the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no! What happened? Nothing. Cool.
Bad stuff.
What?
There was a pile up on the M6.
Fucking hell, that took a dark turn, didn't it?
How many died?
Who you asked that? What?
How many people died?
I don't know.
Oh, right.
Right, well, I'm not dismissing what happened on Friday the 13th, but I bet whatever happened like across the world, whatever, or across the UK, well, across the world.
No mention of a pile up on the M6 on Friday the 13th.
What? Which Friday the 13th are you looking at?
You said the other day.
Did you make that up?
I didn't. Which one was the one
make
on October?
A fucking pile up on
there
the
wasn't
M6
one.
To prove a point.
There was in March. There was 2 lorries that crashed into each other.
Oh.
In August there was a crash. 16th of August.
You're looking at them. Did it say Friday the 13th?
I said pile up M6 Friday the 13th. Not one single hit. Did you make it up?
Did you make that up?
I didn't make it up.
You did, didn't you? You sick bastard.
Did
you make it up?
Did you make that up?
Prove it was winning an argument.
There's definitely a pile up on the M6
on the Friday the 13th. Right.
When was the last Friday the 13th?
You said it was the other day.
It was the other way. 2 weeks ago.
With what?
When it was.
Right, well, what are we on now? The 24th. So it was 11 days ago.
Yeah.
When was the last? But it's got to be a Friday.
No, actually, that was Sunday the 13th. So what are you even referencing here, Joe?
September the 13th, Friday.
Yeah, there was one not long ago.
So it's September.
Yeah.
And there's a big crash, was there?
No, we made that up.
Could have been a different motorway.
Or a different day.
Or a different event.
Excuse me, but there isn't an M13 motorway, is there? There's an M6, M62.
There is no M13, but it was designated to be used for the 3rd London airport at Maplin Sands. The plan was cancelled in 1974 due to cost and ambition.
Unlucky.
Nothing to do with superstition or bad luck.
Unlucky. Where's M13 in Manchester? What's the postcode for M13?
I know this. No, I don't. I forgot.
Bet it's a shithole.
M13. Right, well, let's not say that. I'm going to guess... M13. Do you know?
Is it Levenshulme?
Right next to where I used to live.
Oh, go on. Is it not up like Fallowfield way, is it? Is it Fallowfield?
Oh,
it's Rusholme, Fallowfield, Longside, Levenshulme, Burnage and parts of Withington.
It's where my 2 grands live.
So, not bad then.
So I like them on there. I like it.
Joe's just lying, isn't he?
I think if you're a student, I'd love to live. If I was back in the day, I'd love to live around there. Too old now.
Yeah, 2 years.
How old were you when you lived there?
19 to 21.
Was it not a good time?
Great
good place
time.
to live. That's what I'm saying.
Friendship, what a boozer.
Yeah, there you go then. Come on, Xerxes.
Yeah, nice pass. Come on.
Garnacho here. Go on, skin him.
Good pullback.
Here we go.
Mazraoui off to Xerxes. Ericsson!
Yes!
Wow,
Ericsson.
beautiful goal.
That kid's on fire.
Lovely finish as well from Ericsson. Nice hold-up play there. Mazraoui laying it off to Xerxes, lays it back to Ericsson. And basically, he could just pass it into the back of the net, really, from that layoff.
Really good football.
Good stuff that from United. And also, good to see Garnacho as well being a bit more selfless there.
Yeah.
Because I was certain he was going to cut on that left foot and try and smack it across goal. And instead, are they going to try and say that's a foul? Well, that's certainly not a foul. Not to have a go at TNT Sport, but on what planet do you start the replay for the goal with 2 tackles that United players made that weren't linked to each other at all?
So finish that for Ericsson, you know.
Finish,
And he's got a bit to do there. It's on just inside the box, and it's a
really
tidy
good
finish. That.
Also to strike the ball where 3 defenders are sort of running towards you, go the opposite way. Sort of then to lead the goalkeeper no chance.
Yeah,
Great
really
finish.
good. Really nice finish. Are the VAR in it? Surely. No. It's a goal.
Great.
No question there. Just bad production on the TV replay.
Come on now, United. Let's not fucking throw this one away.
Yeah. Good start from United.
I won't throw this away.
Oh, it's weird that. Did you notice before it went straight from the 12th minute to the 14th minute? Did you see that, Joe?
And what did we score in?
For luck reasons.
What? Actually, what minute of the game did
Presumably
we
the 15th or the 16th.
It'd be wild if it was the 13th, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Google it.
It'd be mad.
Google it. It's just happened. What minute did
Right, it was obviously the 15th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it up here.
It was the 15th. We just watched it.
15. Yeah, but I just
Cheers, cheers, Colombo.
Because imagine if it was the 13th.
That would have been mental because it would have meant like 2 minutes went missing.
Ooh, that's a foul.
Ericsson's number 14, so you're not far off.
Don't encourage it.
Ericsson is number 14.
As soon as number 13 was gone.
Who was United? Who's a famous United number 13?
Great question.
Eh,
Was Park Ji-sung number 13?
I don't know. It might be. I can't remember who was.
Google number 13 for United.
Well, it used to be the keeper. Didn't it used to be backup keeper? No, I can't make it out. It was not the keeper.
I'm having a look now. Lee Grant had 13 for a
There
while.
you go. There's the keeper. I was right.
Probably the sort of number that doesn't have a home, really, does it?
Yeah.
There's not an obvious position that would take 13.
If you
Maybe
think
a
of,
winger.
say you think of an 8,
Yeah.
like you know what that is actually, don't you?
He was
Yeah.
13 for Man United.
Yeah.
Park Ji-sung.
Yeah,
Very well
good
done.
lad.
Not to tell me twice.
Let's have a look here. Kevin Pilkington, Mark Bosnich, David May, Les Seeley, God rest him.
Roy Carroll,
What is this?
Lou Macari.
Why is it saying Ryan Giggs?
These are the 13s.
Yeah.
Park
Ryan
Ji-sung
Giggs,
there.
91, 92, maybe he was for that year.
91, 92.
Oh, never mind.
Kanchelski's 91, 92.
Gary Neville, 94, 95.
Park Ji-sung, no?
Anders Lindegaard, Roy Carroll.
That was good. Mazraoui just linking play up with that number 3 shirt on his back. It's mad to see that in it.
I need the GA though.
It's like some proper basketball stuff where players just have mad numbers for mad positions. Mazraoui in the 10 with a 3 on his back just feels odd, doesn't
Do
it?
you remember when Arsenal give it Gallas, number 10? Because
Yeah.
he succeeded Bergkamp. He thought, we don't want to give it a striker because all the expectation will be on him.
Wild.
Shut
that.
up.
Mad.
I don't like stuff like that.
It's nonsense.
I'm glad United haven't done that.
I know.
Like if we'd retired like Giggs' number or whatever because he'd played the most of it. I just think it's just like
Get on with it.
yeah.
Although we still got that number 7 curse kicking him out, haven't we?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
done.
we should
It's
give
done.
that
We've
to
killed that.
keeper.
We've killed number 7. It's dead. It's done.
It is dead, isn't it?
It's been done for about 10 years now, isn't it? Longer. Just forget about it. It's not a thing anymore.
No.
Who owns it now? Mount?
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking disastrous. It's been disastrous since fucking God knows when.
Sad that.
It's quite rare, though, isn't it, for a club to have an iconic number.
Yeah.
There's not many clubs that have a number that's like, the Liverpool number 8, fuck you know, or the,
No.
do you know what I mean? The City number 5.
People will often have like
that's not
a
a
number
thing.
10 because
Yeah,
will be goal scorers or number 9.
but that's just like you've had a
mint.
mint player in that position, but it's rare for it to be a thing like it is for United with the 7.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're right, because you do get, obviously, iconic players who've had a certain number, but With us, we've had like 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, top players all with the same number.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well done. And again.
Oh, nah.
Fuck
me.
Mazraoui
That's
had
a
a bit
bad
of
ball.
It's a stinking ball.
Yeah.
He's sort of torn between trying to go straight to Garnacho and going back to Ugarte.
Yeah. And weirdly,
And
it was
put
in
it
a great
between the two.
position. If we were to get that second pass away there,
Yeah.
then we could have
Easy.
made a good little flurry up top.
Isn't it mad that I think has Onana had the most clean sheets in the Premier League this season?
Shut up, really?
Or second most, yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie's nodding.
Yeah.
That's good going, isn't it?
It's bizarre, isn't it? Well, this is the thing with United. We either don't concede or we concede 3.
Yeah.
How many fucking... Sorry.
And we
Yeah,
don't
Paul's
score.
United.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Slept funny.
Watching Sally and that.
It's quite hard to fit in a bed
Wait.
with 3 of us, isn't it?
Were you sleeping upright? Following recent
Following surgery.
procedure?
Alisson Becker's got more? Oh, right, so Kelleher came in. So Liverpool have got more clean sheets, but that's been between 2 goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, check that, but... It's weird, though, isn't it? Because, like, De Gea got more clean sheets. He got Golden Glove in his last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet we got battered in about 5 different games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It can be misleading sometimes.
Yeah.
Come on. We can't get another second goal here.
Well done. Good defending that from Lindelof. Just firm enough, wasn't he? Was there a time where you would have had St. Maximin at United, Jay?
No.
Did you just never quite think
No.
he had that?
Do you know
final-
what? There's certain
final
players
ball?
that,
Silky from Ericsson. Sorry, go on.
that are mint and are ballers or whatever, but
Go
Rashford.
on!
Go on, Rashford. Go on, lad. Oh!
that would have been
so
goal of the
close.
century.
It probably would have just got goal of the game.
It would have almost got goal of the
Oh!
That literally went through the post, didn't it? That was
was,
so
yeah.
close to the post. It
There's a
can't have
player with
gone wide.
confidence, though, Marcus Rashford, man. I
Yeah.
love to see it.
Yeah,
me too.
100%.
He
Keep on
deserves a
going.
goal.
Come on, Rashford.
More
That
of
was
that,
really good
son.
from Marcus.
On the right hand side as well, smashing it on that right hand side.
Yeah,
Fucking
using
love it.
his not feeling afraid to use his left foot was good stuff.
Do you know what it is, right?
Not to have a dig too much at Fenerbahçe, but Ericsson went through their midfield
Yeah.
like a fucking cold knife through ball.
I
He didn't even have
think
to do it.
the third season Mourinho syndrome's kicked in 5 games in for him.
Yeah,
Where players have had enough already.
we need to get all these jokes in while we can because we're going to be 2-1 down in
Yeah.
about 18 minutes.
Yeah.
So for now, let's enjoy.
Said that out will be trending.
Yeah, exactly.
In answer to quick, like there's loads of players that are like mint and a ballers, whatever. But I don't think they're what United need or are good enough for United or could do it at United.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can watch him and you go. Do you remember like we were linked with Ross Barkley and you go, he's
Yeah.
mint for Luton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will he do it for United? I'm not so sure.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, they've equalised. No, they haven't. Oh my god, I thought they equalised.
That is unbelievable from
Who was
Ugarte
that? Was
there.
that Ugarte?
That's as good as a goal there. Jose's fuming.
What about a handball or something?
I don't know what he wanted there,
I
but
think
Tackle.
I don't. No one really seems to be appealing for
No.
anything.
that was. You know what? That's fantastic defending. From
Yeah, I thought they
Ugarte
scored.
there.
I thought that's a 1-1.
Yeah. He's looked a little bit ropey off the ball, on the ball, should I say?
It's a
at
very
times.
good game of football. But
It's poor touch.
I mean, it's slightly poor from both teams, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
It's fun when you're winning it.
Yeah, there's loads of players like that where
Yeah.
they're like fun and exciting, but just not top level good.
There was an element of that, although he didn't get quite the chance that he deserved. Was Zaha?
Yeah,
You saw him
Zaha.
at Palace. Thought, yeah, he's mint, but
I think another player
Oh,
was
he's
like
offside,
Hatem
surely.
Ben Arfa as well.
Surely.
You know, someone who's just capable of anything, but probably isn't that top level.
was it De Jong who broke his leg? Was it Eve? Horrible challenge that. Never the same player I thought after that.
What happens is, so they cut the ball back, Onana passes it
Oh.
out basically, palms
He
it back
dives,
into the
right.
danger zone, and it's just Ugarte.
Oh,
just
well in you guy.
brilliant.
What?
No question of handball either, it's
There
his
you
foot.
go.
Just gets in the right place at the right time and saves a certain goal because he gets contact on it as well, their striker. Brilliant. Go on then now. Oh, someone could have given him a bit of a shout.
Marcus was too far away, but he could have.
He had no one
It
near,
wasn't
did he?
even a great hoof, was it? Oh,
No.
we're hoofing again. Hoof!
That's staying in. Did he go out? You see a lot of Van Nistelrooy in the dugout, in the sort of technical area more than Ten Hag. Do you like that? Does that bother you? Do you care about the whole why isn't he stood up shouting stuff that some people care about, Jay?
I'm a bit up and down with it all, to be honest with you. There's times when I can get annoyed. when I see the manager sat there. You know, when you're getting beaten, the manager's just sat there.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was at City a couple of seasons ago or it might have been a couple of seasons ago when they took the lead and like Pep was ranting and raving and doing what he does, and the manager sat there. You think, why is he not being more animated? But we ended up winning. Yeah. So it doesn't always tell a full story, does it? Do you know what I mean? And like,
no, maybe there's certain instructions that Van Nistelrooy can get.
And answer to your question, I don't mind seeing
load of space there.
Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, he has got.
In the dugout animated. It was weird because in Porto, it felt like not an audition, but like he was sort of like almost like he was the manager. Like he got booked. Do you remember he got booked for being dead animated? Yeah. At the end of the game, he came over to United fans, and what happened was Erik ten Hag stopped in the centre circle. Ruud carried on. And obviously, Ruud's getting his name chanted because of who he is, and was like, you know, taking the applause and everything. So it did feel a little bit like. But I don't think you can look too much into it. Do you remember like the clip where people saw Ruud and Erik ten Hag chatting, and people saying, "Oh, they're round," whatever you thought. You don't know what they're saying to each other. But even if they are arguing about something, it doesn't mean they've fallen out.
Yeah, but it's frustrating because you know
people argue and still work together and get on. It's just they disagree on something.
And disagreements are key in some certain circumstances.
Especially
not everyone should be yes men and just pander to everyone. If you've got disagreement, then one thing can lead to another, and you can actually come out with a better idea somewhere in the middle of it all. Yeah. So if there are heated words, and obviously it doesn't boil over. In fact, when either Garnacho or Højlund scores in the game on the weekend, there was a nice coming together on the sidelines, a nice high five. It felt like unity there. So it just shows that they do have, they like each other, but maybe now and again they clash a bit.
And with the coaches, I think it didn't look like they clearly hadn't fallen out, had they?
You don't know. They might have been agreeing. They might be both saying that this referee's giving us nothing there. Yeah. Look at how many times are you going to let him do that to him? He said nothing. And like you know what I mean? You don't know.
No, that's a brilliant block.
But then people are trying to look for something. It's like when was it Marcus came off and it was like, oh, he's having a go at ten Hag for subbing him. He's like, again, shut up.
Yeah, because it looked like he was saying like people were there was supposedly some mouth lip reading expert had worked from the University of Stanford or whatever. Did you see that?
No.
A lip reading expert from the University of Stanford has said that that Rashford went. He's lost his mind or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, he doesn't necessarily even say that. And even if he does, he could be talking about anyone in the stadium. And it's like, oh no, he's definitely talking about Ten Hag for that particular decision or whatever. It's all just bollocks, isn't it?
Do you remember that was Steve, was it Steve Finnan with Evra?
No.
When it was the deaf lip reading people that said that he was racially abused Evra and he hadn't.
It's just
because they were watching it and he said, oh, he's just racially abused him then. And like the FA charged him, I think, or investigated it. Do you know when Kenny Dalglish said Evra had formed for him? He didn't. He'd never complained about it. It wasn't his complaint.
Yeah.
That someone had seen it and said that. Oh, he's just said something to Evra that he shouldn't have said. Evra, when he was asked, said I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it turned out he hadn't said anything. I think something happened with Firmino as well, Mason Allgate, do you remember? Someone said they saw something. They thought he'd said something, but again...
Lip reading's really hard because there's too many things look similar.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it can be the proof and the sort of, if someone thinks they heard it or they did hear it and then you have the lip reading to back it up, that's one thing. But if you're just going off lip reading alone, it's so hard.
It's impossible. Bro.
Yeah.
Also, it's hard. If someone tells you someone's saying something, you can't unsee that word.
Yeah.
If I said they're saying this sentence and it kind of looks the same, that being in your head makes you kind of put two and two
Have you ever
together.
seen those videos that they do like of the NFL? It'd be like the coaches and they'd lip reading, but it'd be like bad lip reading.
Yeah.
So they'd be saying all the wrong words in it. They're really good and funny, but it looks exactly like that. And they'd be saying like, it's turkey time at the farm factory or whatever. And obviously they're not saying stuff like that. Go on then. So yeah, never quite sure. Go on then, Ericsson.
I think Ericsson's having a lot of fun today.
He's enjoying himself, isn't he?
Oh, he's not.
Oh, unlucky. Good
Corner,
ball.
here we go.
Dalla. Corner to United.
Come on.
Look up for United.
Yeah.
Getting into that final third. Looks like we've got a little bit of swagger about us. Fenerbahçe aren't looking great.
No.
Looking a little bit ropey. Bit sloppy in their passing as well.
Yeah. When they do get forward, though, they do have a good little chance.
YouTube with a lovely little pun. You can imagine if Mateus scores tonight, you could have the headline Turkish Delight. Turkish Delight. It reads better than it says.
It does. It does, yeah.
But, you know what I mean?
That's good, that. Very good.
Look at our set piece here. We're in a big line.
I like that.
Ericsson back post. De Ligt gets his head on it. Ish gets his face on it. What even happened there?
I don't know. Look, coming together.
Soyuncu there.
Come
Really bought the foul, didn't he? Jose's absolutely furious. Looking good though, Jose.
Yeah, he's looking well. I mean, he's kind of falling down a little bit of the managerial ladder, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is.
Slowly taking it from United.
I think you've said it.
Tottenham to
International
Roma.
football, man.
Yeah.
Get him on managing a country.
I think
Get him managing Portugal.
Yeah.
You can clearly tell, though, he just loves football management.
He loves
just
being
loves
mad,
it.
doesn't he?
I don't know if he's necessarily at the top of his game at the minute, but you can just tell he might never retire, that man. He'll just want to go work.
Yeah, you can't imagine him stopping, can you?
No, because he just went straight from Rome to Fenerbahçe. You know, he's never out of it for a bit, well, recently anyway. Oh,
Isn't it mad how the game kind of left him behind?
yeah.
Do you know what though? I don't think it would if he managed a top team again. I think he's capable of winning a top flight title if he managed the right team.
Do you know what? Right, that's where
I do believe
the only
that.
thing I slightly disagree on is I think even from the sort of noughties, like going into early 2010s, and like players had a lot of power and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
But you could still get away with a lot in terms of your man management and the way you handled. You know what I mean? Like Fergie still thrived in that era, didn't he?
Yeah.
Won Champions Leagues and you know trophies and titles and all that. I think as the game has evolved a little bit more, that style has just become more difficult to implement. I don't know whether that's part of the reason he struggled a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do get you.
Yeah, because it's just I think as a tactician he's still very gifted, but you know, like no disrespect to Fenerbahçe. Jose Mourinho, what is he, 57 or something?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing there? Like,
Yeah,
he should be challenging for Champions League still. And you know what I mean? The guy's won 2 at 2 different clubs that weren't fancied. That's fucking unreal.
He sort of needs to have a look at the Ancelotti model a little bit, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Because he's one of the few managers I can think of that's like gone from managing the best teams in the world to not managing the best teams in the world and then going back to managing the best teams in the world. So his run was... Obviously, he got to Juventus in 2001. Then it was Juve, AC Milan. This is Ancelotti. Chelsea, PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. Then Napoli, which this was a Napoli that hadn't won the league in 30 years. This wasn't like, you know, and he didn't win the league with them, didn't do particularly well. Then he went from Napoli to Everton, which is another step down, and was there for 2 years and did okay, but not, you know, no better than David Moyes had done sort of a decade earlier. And then back to Real Madrid, and then he's winning Champions Leagues and La Ligas. Jose needs that moment now because he's had Tottenham, Roma, Fenerbahçe in the weeds. He needs maybe a Portugal or a Juventus or someone that will come in for him that's a bigger club to give him that chance again. Because his style relies on having top players.
Having the best players around him.
And when he's got them, because he's so good in big games and big moments, but for a large portion of the season he needs his players to do a lot of the work, and then in those big moments he'll come up with something to get you over the line.
You said it, Joe. Like, this is why I know I think he was at Chelsea at the time, whatever. He would have been perfect for after Fergie. Yeah, he would. Because he would have got another season out of that team.
Yeah,
he would have got another season out of Rio and Van Persie and all them lot.
And Vidic.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would have responded and he would have been able to handle it. Like,
you know,
do you know what I mean? Like, because they were still world class players. They were just in the 30s and they were sort of, a lot of them were on the last legs of very top level football. But that's a team that, you know, we got to the quarterfinals of Champions League with that team that season under Moyes. What could have happened with Jose? You don't know, do you? Like, I know it was very difficult because Liverpool and City had very, very good seasons, but Jose, especially around that era, time, he still had it in him, didn't he?
Yeah. What would have been coming straight off of Real Madrid, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and like instead, fucking wasted it with Moyes.
Yeah, that's good play from Martinez there. Reading the game really well, coming out.
Poor ball though. He's just done something. Commentators curse did something really well, and then just did a fucking stupid pass that's put us under pressure.
Oh,
and
that's
then
a good ball.
Back post here.
No.
No.
Well then.
That's a really good ball, that, to the back post.
Ooh.
Don't fucking foul him.
Good tackle, that. Who's that, Ugarte? Really good. Inside the box, and didn't even give the referee a question of a penalty there, did he?
Or the referee.
Or the referee.
I knew he was going to pick up on that.
It's the referee or the referee.
I was going to let it go.
Referee.
Yeah.
Let's get to 1,000 likes, please. If you're watching, hit the like button.
What are we on?
581.
Jesus Christ.
What will you do? Will you go to Turkey if we get 1,000 likes?
Remember that night when Thingy got sacked? Woodward. So we get 10,000, we'll go to Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Me and Cam went to Old Trafford and we did a video there. It's sick that night.
It was good night, that. Oh, it's a lovely turn.
Oh, great turn by Joshua Zirk. See United on the break.
Now what you got? What the
That's
fuck?
an awful ball.
You could see the way his leg moved that he'd hit that twice as hard as he needed to.
Yeah, Marcus
That
could
was
have been away
bizarre.
there.
Sexy, man.
I thought
that
there
was
must
a great
be-
move, but fucking hell.
I thought there must be a fullback on the overlap here that's going to just like get to this ball at the corner flag. Why did he hit that
He
so
levered
hard?
it so hard,
He
man.
absolutely blasted
He's
that.
won it back though. Fair play to him now.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's a lovely. Well, it's a
Again,
good touch, but not if
Does
you're
half
you.
things good, or things
That
half
was
good.
really weird from Xerxes, that.
And
Oh, freak.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, very bizarre. Very bizarre.
you see those little things, you just think, oh, that's mint, and then he'll do something ridiculously stupid. I'll still rate him. It's early days, but you got to get behind the kid, innit?
Yeah. 20 goals this year.
Seen people proper giving him grief the other day.
Who?
Like, you know, I was just at the game chatting and that. People like, oh shit, Xerxes. And I think, you know, when he came on as well, I was just like, you know, calm down.
Yeah, it's not the
I
word.
mean,
I honestly, I don't think you can even start reviewing a signing until the end of the first season. Because there's plenty of people, I mean, way more examples of people who've had slow starts who then get good in their second, third, fourth years, whatever. But there's also plenty of people who have had really good first seasons who then go on to be awful. Like, you cannot judge a player after one season.
I don't
really
want to
do
be,
think that.
like, I
When
get your
can
point.
you judge a player?
After...
Oh, what a save! Oh!
Oh my God.
Fantastic double save.
Andre
there.
Onana.
Jesus
Incredible.
Christ.
Takes the applause
Oh my,
from his
that was
teammates.
unbelievable.
That was ridiculous.
The first save was
The
incredible.
first one was fantastic. They were
Please-
both fantastic. The second
please
one was
don't let
better,
it in.
but to say he's still off the adrenaline of the first one, this save here is... Yeah, that's
Oh,
a great
wow.
save. That's a great save. The slow motion doesn't do it justice, really. And that's a nice one as well. That's a De Gea save, that second one. Look at Jose.
He's headed that.
Look at Jose. Oh, I love
Jose's
him
laughing.
so much, you
Mate,
know.
that's it.
I love Jose. Jose is so good.
So animated as anything if you're not watching it.
We need to win this game because I want to be able to like Jose at the end of it as well.
Yeah.
Go on, go on.
Go on.
Do something. Yes.
Oh. Fenerbahçe are giving us a good game of football here because when they push forward, we look a little bit shaky.
Just to answer your question, when can you judge someone? I'm not saying you can't judge a player's season and be happy or not with it, but I'm saying I don't think you can say that transfer was a success or a failure after one season. You can still say they had an amazing year, what a transfer this has been so far, but I just don't think the first season tells you enough about someone's whole tenure at a club.
That was the question, wasn't it, for a lot of people with Amrabat? Was like,
Yeah.
was he? I know it was only like the last month of the season that he started looking decent. Was like, is he getting used to it? Is he becoming that player, or is he just having a bit of a purple
Going
patch?
for us here a bit.
Because look, in recent years, like look at Lukaku and Ronaldo, for instance. Their first two seasons,
Go on, Garnacho.
both excellent. But you wouldn't say either of those transfers were particular successes, would you?
No,
Like-
I'd push back on the Lukaku one. Mate.
You don't think he was good in that first season?
I think it's flattered to deceive.
I know it wasn't.
I know. I'll tell you. Like, I get your point because people look at it and go, 42 goals in 96 games is a great return. But if you scratch beneath the surface, his record against the top six was shocking.
Doesn't it also count on?
And also, he scored 9 in his first 11, then 1 in his next 9.
But I think he got 27 in that first season.
No, but I mean, like,
I think that's-
numbers. You look
Yeah.
at it, but you know, he set up 2 goals for City.
He's always been bad
like
in big
that.
games.
You know, the stats didn't tell you that. Do you know what I mean? Like at Old Trafford, little things like that, going through those barren spells against big teams when you needed a result.
Yeah.
Like some of the performances. I don't want to hate on Lukaku, but when he was bad, he was terrible. And then he did score like some.
We're about to get right in there on
consistently for spells.
Onana and Amrabat having a little.
He does look a bit like Trossard, that ref, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Fact.
He's tight. He's getting right in there. He's just following Onana around.
Corner to Fenerbahçe.
After all that, short
It's a
corner.
load of nothing.
That's
He's all
terrible
that
call.
one, hasn't he? Jesus Christ.
Wayne List says Adam called Rashford world class. I don't know when that was. If he wasn't local, you call him shit. He has moments like anyone else, but on average he is garbage, needs replacing. I think on average he's absolutely not garbage, to be fair. If you average his whole career out...
This whole thing, like, if he wasn't local, is nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how many kids have come through the academy who are local and who've just not been good enough? Like, dozens since I've been supporting United. It's not like you go, well, he's come through the academy, he's local, you know what, he's great. Like, it's not. You think someone's good enough, or they're not, regardless of where they're from. Adam's favourite player was Anthony Martial. He wasn't from the academy. No. If it is Adam he's talking about, McCullough. So
that wasn't bad.
It's mad as well, like, this whole thing about Marcus. I get if you don't like him, right? Fair enough, you don't think he's good enough. But if you're looking over the last 3 or 4 years, or going back even further,
he fouls it.
He gets the ball.
There's not many players who've scored as many goals as him.
No.
So that's one of the reasons why people do like him.
That was a disgraceful turn.
Yeah, I agree. I think his
just get the fucking side of the whole you don't like him because he's local argument. It's just boring and stupid.
Yeah. Like I said, there's so many local players who no one has ever said is good enough for United.
Yeah.
But also as well, there's nothing necessarily wrong if there is a slight percentage that we do give towards Rashford for being local, because
I think he gets more shit off local fans than anyone else.
But I mean, if it's a shiny glisten on what Rashford has done for the club because he's local, then so be it.
Yeah.
I'd be proud of that. He's come from the academy, and we're a team where we've got incredible record of bringing through players from the academy, not just shipping in goods and looking good for now and again. He's someone who was brought up a United fan, will live to be a club legend. And yeah, all right, there's a slight bias sometimes, but we can 100% say that.
I don't think there is, Joe. I don't think there is, though. I think Marcus Rashford gets more shit than anyone for United. Genuinely.
Yeah, he does. I mean, factually he does. Look at the release, and social media numbers of who gets the most abuse of all athletes, and he's regularly behind Ronaldo as the second most sort of abused footballer in the world.
He got injured in the commentary semi-final and got booed off his own fans for getting injured in a game. Do you know what I mean? How often? How many times have you seen that?
Yeah.
I've been going out a long time and seeing that very often. Like, it just gets shit, and like you might think, all right, he's not good enough, but this whole thing of people back him, they don't. I don't think they don't, to be honest with you. And it's like, people in the comments say, oh, you know, you're only getting behind him because he's a local lad. I get behind Marcus Rashford. I think he's a good player.
Yeah, the game's just quieted down a little bit since Fenerbahçe had that sort of flurry of chances 5 minutes or so ago. Just a bit of a quiet one. United not really imposed our kind of stamp on the game in terms of possession.
Been very sort of similar to our performances in Europe so far this season.
Yeah.
Where we've got a goal, we've done well, but then we've looked a little bit shaky.
Yeah. He's on.
Come on, nice.
Well done,
He's done well there with it.
That's a lovely pass as well.
Go on, Garnacho.
This is where
Delict with a couple of good passes.
Now
what we got?
the box, get in the box. What the hell?
Fucking hell, there's a ball. Do something with that.
Is this ball like a floater or something? Oh,
well done, Delict.
That is fantastic by Delict there, because they could have been on for a counter attack if we weren't careful, and he's just pushed him out of the way and got the ball back off him. That was really good play, that wasn't it?
Mourinho's practically on the pitch there.
He almost tackled Delict then, didn't he?
Like
Mourinho.
he was on Soccer Aid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a meeting of the minds, isn't it? Jose versus Arteta. I bet Jose would wipe the floor with him.
Do you reckon?
Well, as in, like, psychology-wise.
If they both had the same team, Jose wins that game.
I think so.
Yeah, but even like in a pre-match press conference, he'll just say little things just to get Arteta.
He's a bit weird in the Arteta. He gets a bit moody.
Yeah. And he's just not won enough, has he? Like, he hasn't. Like, I know he's made that team far better and they're challenging for the titles and stuff, but he hasn't won enough with the team that he's got.
No.
Like,
this is a season, isn't it? This is the big season for him.
Yeah.
Surely, yeah.
Finishing second twice.
Well, is it?
Fair play to him. That's not easy.
Well, they've realised that they've had their first injury in about 3 years.
Yeah, but we didn't finish second twice in 2 seasons. We've not
true.
done that since Fergie, have we? So like, he's done well in that sort of respect, because he's had 2 consecutive good seasons in the league. But this season now, I think people are looking at him going, especially when you look at how well the Scousers have started as well.
Is he pulled his hamstring there? Or is he just trying to get a free kick? I think he's just trying to get a free kick. could do with another goal.
Yeah, we find it hard to really kill games off, don't we?
Yeah.
We just like to let it simmer at 1-0 until.
What have you made of him so far, Josh? Is it in this half?
Like I said, he's shown nice bits of football. He's on the ball now. He's got good strength. He's quite a dominant force in there, and he's done well at the back as well for United. But there was that one incredible. It's like he was playing FIFA and he just held down X for too long, and he levered it so hard.
He's unusual.
He's
to look
great.
at.
I mean, that could have been an
player,
unbelievable move if he gets the pass off right to the player that he was aiming for. But he didn't. He just levered it.
Yeah, there's some players you watch and you just think your game is just a bit odd. Like the way you play football is a bit weird. Like he's got that about him. Like certain players, you just think, wow, I couldn't have predicted you were about to do that.
Go on.
And yet, here we are.
Oh, 1 minute of extra time here.
Yeah, 40 seconds.
I tell you what, Ericsson's been great. He's been running all over the pitch.
Good.
He's been enjoying himself.
He's a good player, isn't he, Christian Eriksen?
Yeah,
he is a really good player. Imagine signing a 22-year-old Eriksen now. I think he'd start every single game for us, don't you?
No, at that age, yeah, you're right. He was good for years, wasn't he, at Spurs?
Yeah, he was excellent for Spurs. Right, half-time then. Manchester United 1.
Bring it in.
Fenerbahçe 0. Get your thoughts in the comments. Joe McGrath, quickly get your thoughts on that first half.
Obviously, glad that we're going in 1-0 up. Well worked goal. I thought Eriksen's been brilliant, probably our player and a half. But there's been lots of great performances. Onana keeping 2 incredible shots out. Ugarte defending an amazing sort of like goal line-ish clearance. So Fenerbahçe have put a little bit of heat on us, and we are, without some genius bits of defending and goalkeeping, lucky to still be 1-0 up. But we'll take that into the second half, and I just need us to kill a game off soon. Yeah. I want to see a United team where in the final 10 minutes we don't have to worry about letting the goal slip. What are you laughing at?
I'm just looking at the stats for the game. Have you got the stats for the game there?
Yeah,
Ronaldo?
I was looking for them now, but
I'll go through them if you've not got them to hand. Fenerbahçe have had 61% possession.
Really?
Have had 7 shots to our
like it.
2. Have had 4 shots on target to our 1. Have had 2 big chances to our 0. And have made 0.7 XG to our 0.29 XG.
So what are you saying, Joe?
So what you're saying is, statistically, neither team should have scored, is what I'm saying, really. Although it was a lovely finish from Eriksen, wasn't it?
What I think is the takeaway from that is that we are, without some genius bits of defending, lucky to go in 1-0 up.
Yeah.
Because Onana, we can't look past that. Ugarte sort of incredible challenge.
But on the other hand, I will say, you don't always have to dominate everything. Just win the game. Like it's always going to be a difficult. It's always going to be a difficult game away from home in Turkey against Jose Mourinho with these players that he's got. Like, I'm not particularly worried about the stats too much. I don't think United have played badly. We could just do with a little bit more in terms of getting the ball in the back of the net, couldn't we, Jay?
Yeah, we could. Like the stats sort of show, we've not created loads of clear-cut chances at all.
No.
So you want to improve on that. Obviously, we are 1-0 up, but another goal. Just get that win, man. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I know it's obvious.
It's all that matters.
Go on, what have you got for us, Ronnie?
Like we just need the victory after the first 2 games. I didn't. To be fair, when I looked at the starting lineup, I didn't expect the performance to be like swashbuckling or anything. But I thought maybe we can nick a result, and I still think we can. I do think we're going to need a second goal though, because I think Fenerbahçe have largely controlled the game. They've had more opportunities and they do look a little bit dangerous. And I think from what we've seen this season anyway, United are always going to give the team a chance or two. But I also think the little periods that we have gone forward, we've looked really dangerous though.
Yeah.
So what I see happening is Fenerbahçe will probably get a little bit more desperate. They'll push a lot of players forward, and then United have the quality on the break to make them pay. I do think we'll score again, but it's just whether we actually keep Fenerbahçe out, which I'm not quite sure. I think they will have to come a point now where we get a little bit more control. But I think Xerxes has been a bit laboured. He's been a bit slow today. He looks a little bit one-paced. I think I need a little bit more urgency from him. But outside of that, it's been okay. I think the defenders have defended well. I think Ugarte's played well. He's done exactly what we've expected from him when he come, which is his best attributes is disrupting play, tackling and breaking up play, and he's what actually led to the goal for Eriksen. And Onana's double save, what more can be said? I think he's played well for a majority of the season, and I think he actually deserves a lot more credit. But and as for Mazraoui in the 10, he's worked hard. He's done okay as well. But I think there's still a long way to go though for the second half.
Yeah, no, I agree with pretty much all of that, Ronnie. Joe was just pointing out there about the Marcus yellow card.
I didn't spot it during the game.
It was like a counter, and he pulled the kid. He was sort of like he knew what he was like. He knew what he was doing. It wasn't much in it, but it was a yellow card all day long. It was like in the first 20 minutes or something.
Yeah. Daniel Wilson with the super chat says, I really like Martinez on the left, tucking into the middle. I have a feeling this might have been ideal if Yoro wasn't injured. Anthony Bittar says, Joe, brackets White Jesus, apologise to Mr. Onana, our saviour. I don't know what I am an apology for.
If anything, I think Bittar's being bitter there.
Very nice.
That,
apologies to Onana. I'm not sure what I'm apologising for. Cause I think I like him. I've always said I like him. I think he's had bad games and bad moments and
you
silly
said
mistakes
it before
at times, but I think he's a good keeper.
About some players it takes a season to get going or whatever, or you can't judge them too soon.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper is under more scrutiny than anyone.
Yeah.
Make a mistake, and let's not rewrite history. Like, especially in the Champions League last season, Onana had some absolute shocking performances, but he also had some good ones throughout the season. And overall, I thought it was a decent first season. I did say a few weeks ago I wanted to see him kick on this season, and I was worried that he wouldn't, because I think there was a couple of Europa games earlier on where you're like, But last few games in particular, look at the performance against Crystal Palace. You look at the performance, so far tonight. One or two other games we've seen, he's put out some good saves, man. He looks like he's getting. It's weird because he never strikes you as someone who suffers from confidence, but anyone can, and it can get to you if you're having a bit of a time of it. And you see him doing more interviews. You see he's got a little bit of swagger to him. We spoke to him, didn't we, in pre-season? And there's a lot to like about Andrew Onana, and I'm glad to see sort of silencing the critics.
Yeah,
which is what I wanted to say.
Max Ketley says, I need to stop looking at the BBC reports for the match. United fans saying they wouldn't mind seeing us lose because they don't like Ten Hag. I've never understood that. I've literally never understood that. I think why would you ever want your team to lose a game? And if Ten Hag isn't good enough, that's going to show itself over a period of time, and he'll get sacked anyway. Like, he's not going to be here for 30 years, even though he's shit. Like, just want us to win, and if we don't win, he'll go anyway.
Performative dickheads.
Yeah,
it is. It's like, I remember there was that clip of the guy when we played Liverpool and celebrating Liverpool scoring or whatever. Just think, fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyway, even if we get beat tonight, Ten Hag's not going to get the sack, is he? It's going to be a few games down the line. But I still think that international break came at a perfect time. It's the same people as well,
who's saying, I hope we lose because I've had enough of Ole. I hope we lose because I've had enough of fucking Rangnick or whatever. I hope we lose because I've had enough of Ten Hag. You end up in the same spot.
Yeah.
Just get behind the team.
Yeah,
you can criticise by all means and say that you don't think the man is up to it or whatever, but wanting us to lose is stupid.
Yeah, it is absolutely stupid. Ross Murphy says, if you want to lose, then you're not a United fan.
Well said, Ross.
Yeah, I agree with that. DJ Creflo says, I genuinely can't believe De Ligt had doubters literally 2 weeks ago. People need to not judge so quickly. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a great game against Porto. Neither did Martinez. But I thought he looked fantastic the other day, and I thought he's looked very good so far tonight, De Ligt. And I think he's looked better than average in most games so far for Man United. I think, as it stands, he's been good this season.
I agree with what that kid's saying. I do. I get your point. And I think it works both ways a little bit. Like, I think some people have been a bit like, after the Southampton game, he's fucking smashed it now. He's ready. He's here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, he's just got into the Premier League. He's still finding his feet a little bit in this league and in this country. And do you know what I mean? Just don't be too quick to judge him. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But then when he had a bad game against Porto, it was the other way around. He's fucking terrible. He's shit. Well, he's not. You know he's a good player. You know it might take a little while, as you keep saying about players, some take a little while to sell. But you can see the qualities are there. He's a leader as well. I like the fact he's very vocal. And I think he'll be a very good footballer, a very good defender for Manchester United. Yeah. I just feel like people have to sort of temper the sort of, maybe not the expectations, but just don't get too carried away whether he's good or bad just yet. Because overall, I think by the end of the season, we'll be looking back and thinking, Matthias de Ligt was a great signing for us.
Yeah, and he's also the sort of player as well that he's kind of fighting for that confidence that he had as a teenager when he came through, and he had this sort of imperious sort of stature about him. And since then, he's done well at Juve and he's done well at Bayern, but he's never had that, like, everyone believes in you here. You are the guy, like he was at Ajax. I think in a year or two at United, if he keeps performing the way we've seen from most of the games this season, he could have that sort of full confidence back to him, and then we'll see another level to him as well, I think. Yeah. Ronaldo, what do we need to do second half so that this ends up being, a win and not sort of capitulating like we've seen so many times in Europe?
I think we need to wrestle a little bit of the possession stats a little bit more equal than that. I know sometimes, because I know people say possession isn't everything, it's about the scoreline, which is true, but it is 9/10 of the law quite often than not. And if any time that the opposition has the ball, is opportunity for them to score against you, really.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, it's not like they haven't created anything. Do you know what I mean? They've created a few opportunities. They've had a few dangerous moments.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not see those. So I think United need to get their foot on the ball a little bit. And I think we've got enough attacking talent to make them pay. Because I think every time we have gone forward, we've looked like scoring. I just don't think we've managed to go forward enough because we haven't had enough of the ball.
Yeah.
But 1-0 scoreline. Hopefully Fenerbahçe come out and then we keep them out. But then we make them pay on the counter and make it 2-0. Because I do think we are going to definitely need the second. I think the only way we keep a clean sheet is if they end up being wasteful. Because I think we will give more chances away. Or if Onana's on top form. So I'm hoping that we can get a second goal. Probably early. Especially with the crowd as well. Because once the crowd gets into it, you know what it's like in Turkey. And Fenerbahçe,
if they get one,
if they get one, it could end up a little bit peak. So, and I think we definitely need this win today. We need it badly.
Would you make any changes? Would you bring on maybe the likes of Casemiro or Ahmad, people who can kind of hold the ball a little bit, maybe?
I think. Do you know what? Because I've advocated for the fact that Xerxes and Højlund are different players, but when I've looked at the game today, I think Højlund could offer more. In terms of they are spaces and they are actually quite expansive when they build up Fenerbahçe, where they do get a turnover, they are quite open, and their right back is playing so high. Every time that we get the ball and we break, there's Garnacho's in acres of space up against the centre half, but it's a bit of a gamble because what's happening is I was gonna tweet this. Two things are gonna happen. Their right back's either gonna create a goal or score one, or Garnacho's gonna create a goal or score one because. It seems like Garnacho's not tracking the right back, letting him go, but he's cheating a little bit, so he's available for the counter.
Yeah.
But it's risky because then it's leaving us a little bit overloaded on that side. And he has got in a couple times at their right back. So it's just about shoring things up. But I think in games like this is what sometimes, if there is a little bit of tactical tweaks and issues there and things that Fenerbahçe could exploit, I do think United, because we have superior talent, in my belief, to most of the teams we play, we're able to punish teams a little bit better sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I know that hasn't always been the case because we've missed a lot of chances this season, but I think from an ability standpoint, we're better than Fenerbahçe today, and I'm hoping that we actually make the most of it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Enter the Void, very insightful, says, if we score another, we'll make it 2-0, which I completely agree with. Nia Wolf says, we need another hard half-time talk. Interesting. I don't think we've had a bad performance there. I think we've been pretty good. We've had to rely on, Onana making a few good saves and a nice finish from Eriksen. But I don't think this has been a kind of... It certainly hasn't had that shambolic element that the Porto game had a couple of weeks ago for me, where we that sort of sloppy, clueless, almost like, the players don't know what to do thing. Have you felt that feeling or not?
No, not really. I think, listen, no matter who you play, you go away in Europe, you can expect them to come at you to a certain degree. And obviously, they've got players that we know about, and we know they can cause you problems. You've got a manager there who's obviously going to be as keen as anyone to show what he's about. So, did expect Fenerbahçe to turn up, and they have done. And I think United have looked all right. And also, it's the context of the game in it. If you're winning, which we have been for a big chunk of this game, then you feel a little bit more comfortable. You don't mind the other team having a lot of possession if they're not doing as much with it as they can do. It'd be a different attitude if we were 1-0 down or whatever. So it's been all right so far. We are leading. Yes, probably got to raise our standards a little bit in that second half because you can't just keep letting them have these chances, especially some of the saves that Onana's had to pull off. But so far it's been all right, to be honest with you, because I think we can be almost too dismissive because it's like, it's Europa, it's Fenerbahçe, but our record in Turkey is shocking, isn't it, for a reason. So yeah, it's been all right so far. We've just got to up it a little bit because we can't keep riding our luck, because we have done a little bit with some of these chances they've had.
Yeah, definitely. People talking about substitutions, Højlund potentially one. Would you bring Højlund on, Jay?
Not right now. Maybe see how Xerxes gets on. Højlund does hold the ball up a bit better at times and can cause teams problems as well. I was impressed with him at the weekend. And I would like to actually see him get some minutes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to see him just not play at all. So I think maybe in the sort of 60 minutes, 65 minutes, you start looking at changes. That could be one. Xerxes for Højlund. Yeah, I like that idea.
Absolutely. Ryan R, who's been a member for 47 months, thank you very much, says,
yes.
Most delicious country name, Turkey or Chile? Greece, perhaps? Question for Joe McGrath in particular.
Maybe because I'm always hungry, I'd go with that.
Yeah, that's very nice.
But I would go Greece.
Yeah, what about the Spam Islands? Don't exist, but they sound delicious, don't they?
Yeah. Chile, Turkey, or what was the other one?
Greece.
You'd have to go with Turkey or Chile because you don't want to eat Greece the rest of your life.
No, but you could cook maybe Chile or
like
Turkey in Greece.
chili, and I did a chili the other day.
Con carne.
Con carne. And I put a Guinness in it.
A full Guinness?
Yeah. To glaze it up. And do you want the reports?
Yeah.
They said, people who were there,
Where?
at my house,
Yeah.
that's some people around, veggie chili.
Sans carne then?
Who?
I asked if it was con carne. You said yes. It was sans carne.
What does it mean?
Con carne means with meat.
Oh, sans carne.
Con with.
So it came out, loved
Cafe
it.
con
Loved
leche.
it. I did a little jalapeno rice as well.
Oof.
Don't ask.
Don't
They
ask
give it
what?
a score of 9 out of 10.
Who did?
Unbelievable.
Who did?
So what's in this chili?
Chili, right? So here's
Who,
what you do.
who give it 9 out of 10?
Some mates of mine.
What?
Just want to say this, right? There's
Hardly
levels
Jay
to
Rayner,
it.
is it?
There's levels to it. Obviously, start with your base of your onions and your garlic. Let them really sweat, but don't get too sweet.
Joe's here being mates with everyone.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe, quickly.
There's some random things that you won't know. First of all, the Guinness, game changer. It really adds a bit of earthiness to the flavouring. Secondly, if you're doing a veggie chili, we chopped up cubes of sweet potato and put them in the oven first and got those a little bit crispy with a bit of texture. Then you combine the two.
Yeah.
So you got a real
Would
nice...
you eat chili that had a can of Guinness in it?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you actually not?
It burns off the alcohol, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. But would you?
You won't get pissed.
No.
Would you have it? Would you not have a?
What if it was 0% alcohol?
If it was a 0% Guinness that had been corked,
Would
you
you
have it then?
heard the rumours?
No.
These are rumours of the 0%. Can I say this?
yeah.
Of the 0% alcohol Guinness that stayed in the barrel for that long in a pub somewhere, it turned alcoholic and everyone got pissed.
And everyone got pissed.
We need to double check that.
Because everyone was ordering 0% Guinness. And then they all
I'm
got
going to
levered.
Google that.
The whole pub was ordering 0% Guinness and then everyone got levered on it.
That's such a lie. Yeah, Matt Connor says Joe McGrath, the man who famously didn't like Guinness. You used to dislike Guinness, Joe.
They used to dislike Guinness drinkers.
Well, this was about 12 months ago. He said he didn't like it. Anyway, the second half is about to kick off.
I don't have non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, I knew you didn't have it as like a. I'm sat there with an alcoholic, but it's fake.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if you'd have something like a.
I always
chicken in
I've
white wine sauce
I've
or
always
whatever.
I've always tended to avoid it.
Have you?
You know, like we get like barbecue ribs or whatever with Jack Daniel's sauce and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or I know tiramisu's actually got alcohol in it, so that's slightly different. But
Yeah.
you know,
Like that.
Yeah, I tend to avoid it. I know it's
Flambéed brandy
probably,
or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably not got alcohol in it or whatever, and it's
But just easier
just,
to.
yeah, it's just I have a sort of
Man, the
rule.
Telegraph did a report saying that non-alcoholic Guinness could end up selling more than alcoholic
No,
Guinness.
false. The second half has kicked off. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Guinness. I'm getting nothing back about
Yeah, because you made it up.
turning alcoholic.
Like the
Daniel,
M6 pile
pile
up.
Daniel Thompson.
Pile on
Score a
the
goal.
M6.
And
There's
everyone
definitely a
jumped on him.
pylon next
yeah.
to the M6. I've seen it. Daniel Thompson says, lads, do you wipe standing or sitting? Sitting, obviously. What?
Standing.
Haribo's.
Standing.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, yeah,
or
let me
treat.
swap. What have I got now?
Just reaching after. You didn't even know what they were.
Trick or treat Haribo.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
put you through some.
I'm sorry.
Trick or treat. There's no option of it being trick, though, is there? You eat it and it's got glass
Did
in
you
it.
used to go trick or treating?
No.
Did you not?
We did it in our house.
Mate, it's free money.
What do you mean?
When back in the day. When I was
got
in my
money?
20s.
Give me
My
that
mate
fucking
Andy
Bounty
used to
bar.
buy 3 as a little kid. How clever was this? Used to have 3 different really shit outfits, and he just go around his block street 3 times.
Really?
Trick
That's
or
a good
treating.
idea.
Yeah.
Back
As
in the
long as
day,
the
you used
face
to get
covered.
money. Now it's obviously sweets and that.
Do you have a card machine now? And you open the door and they tap it.
We used to do it in our house.
Boring.
Yeah, we'd go room to room, and one of the family would be in each of the rooms,
Aw.
dressed up and make a little scene, and you trick or treat in the house because no one did it near us.
Did you not?
No, we lived on the main road.
Round out, they love it on our estate.
Yeah, estate's perfect for it though, isn't it, if you live on an estate?
Mate, it's mint. Well, I'll take the little ones round.
Yeah.
You can get absolutely full of sweets.
Are you one of them that's pouring the bowl full of sweets that's meant to be one each? You're pouring it all into your bag and that?
No. I don't like my kids overtaking.
Being
like
greedy.
taking
You don't like
too
your
much,
kids?
yeah. I don't like them.
What's wrong with them?
What?
Go on. Right, we've got a chance here, a bit of space there. Come on. What we got there?
For my dog book, we got a sign saying,
Garbage.
beware of the hellhound. That's nice, isn't it? So when people knock on the door, he fucking... What you laughing?
It was just the look we did to the left. Where the hell are you doing?
Give me some. Fucking hell, the house must fly by your house.
To be fair though,
Why are you being so fucking mean to
to
me?
be fair, all Halloween stuff is just sort of
Yeah,
silly
sorry.
nonsense. And he has got a good bark on him, Buck. I'll give him that.
Unbelievable.
But what dog is it? We're getting a dog soon.
He's a rescue.
Oh,
He's
is
got
it?
like 28 breeds in him.
Fair play to you.
Why are you getting a dog?
Oh, my missus wanted one.
This is just a conversation on a bus, isn't it? Two blokes eating sweets, rappers everywhere. My missus wanted a dog and that. We're
No,
going
right,
to
she's
do-
always-
Have you two taken the piss out of me before?
When?
You getting
When
all
you gave
moody
it trouble with the
for?
look there?
Because you said about
About the hellhound
where
thing,
the hellhound
like you
was
just
so
like,
funny.
no one had ever done that before. That's why we're so lost each other. In our house, we give sweets to kids that knock on the door. That's why.
No, in ours, you got to beware of the hellhound.
Are you? Has he ever bit anyone?
No.
Oh.
Do you remember that guy that gives sniff to them kids on trick or treat?
No.
Do you remember? Google it, it's a true thing. Trick or treaters came out of his house, right? And he had sweets in his pocket, we had his sniff in there as well. And he gave him his rapper sniff. Oh!
Oh, Fenerbahçe
off.
scored and that fucking light's gone off.
Sorry. Can we sort that light out?
That was a really nightmare 5 minutes, wasn't it?
We love conceding straight after half time, don't we?
Yeah, it's like it's part of the plan to ruin a whole half.
All the things
great
we said
work.
at half time as well. That's gone out the fucking window 3 minutes in.
Oh my god.
It's too easy that for him.
Very easy. What's happened here, do you think, Ethan?
We've got spare bulbs and stuff through there.
Just gone in between the two defenders, hasn't he?
Yeah. Easy goal for them.
Let's have a look
Easy
here.
goal.
It's so easy that.
Is it Lindelof and Martinez?
Should we try to turn it off and on?
There you go, well done, son. He's fixed it.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant that.
And then it's not facing the right way now. There we go. Ah, dear. Yeah, trick or treat children given cocaine in Oldham.
That's mad.
Fuck's sake.
That goal fucking killed it though. Come on, man. You can't
On
keep
again here.
giving away leads. Fuck's sake.
What is this thing as well? Straight after half time, we keep doing
Yeah,
that.
we keep doing it. It's over and over.
We've done it a few. We did it against Tottenham. Didn't we do it against Porto as well?
Yeah.
We've done it in this game. Within between the 45th and the 50th minute, straight after half time. Could we put them on the floor, please?
Sorry.
All right, sorry.
It's my bad. Sir. Sorry.
Fucking hell.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to put them all together. Right. Come on, United. Fucking hell. This is like Premier League Rejects 11. We should be battering them. It is though, isn't it?
It is.
Like, we bigged them up and all that, but these are players that just basically weren't that good.
Or past it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or haven't been that good
Yeah.
for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to be more dangerous. Hold the ball better, make chances more. Nick Anand, who's been a member for 49 months.
you sort of pout a lot on the channel, still does now and again.
coming
Good
up
to see
for
Nick.
coming up for 5 years.
Top man it. Nick.
Just a second, they're just attacking it again. Fenerbahçe.
Fucking hell, it's a bad ball there. Thank you God he did that.
Chop.
Nice. And again, he's overlapping. Go on, Xerxes.
Go on, Zirks, this is all you, this.
Do some here.
Help him out.
That's what.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Give a second to watch and see.
Why did he play that so quick in the end? Like, he did everything. That's
not a foul, that, you dickhead.
He did everything right.
Yeah.
And then he just gives it the wrong way. Maybe it's just about... sorry, Nick Anand says... it won't let me zoom. There we go. That Halloween trick-or-treat combo felt like prime Europa nonsense, but now we can't even enjoy it because of shit defending. I know. We were just getting into the swing of things, weren't we? We were eating sweets. We're talking about people getting cocaine for trick-or-treating in Oldham. And then now, look.
Man. He got nicked, that kid, as well.
Did he?
Well, then he got nicked. The old Bill came around, I think.
The person who had the cocaine?
Yeah, he said, I know why you're here, when he turned up.
What, the lad who gave it out, not the one who received
it?
When the police knocked on the door, did he shout
He said, I know.
treat?
No, he said, I know why you're there.
Oh,
he knew what he'd done. He realised, like, after they'd gone, he said, shit, I've just given them...
Yeah. What did he get done for then?
After he'd snorted a fun-sized Mars bar. He's got a fun-sized Mars bar up his own. I know why you're here.
This is like
the
sherbet.
Dip dab was...
Oh, it is fucking sherbet. Shit, I'm giving that kid me sniff.
Yeah, the dip dab.
Yeah, I don't know, I think he just got like a caution for possession rather than possession with consent or whatever.
You're not going to prison for that,
No, he's like fucking...
Although technically it is dealing. If he'd have charged those kids, he'd still be in prison now.
Yeah.
Win that. Well done. And again, go on, get it under control. Get it under control.
Oh, come on.
Well done, lad.
You did well there.
He's offside. He's offside, I think.
Is he?
I think so.
Fucking hell, give him a chance.
Shit pass anyway. A lot of Xerxes' passing's been like that today, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like his touch is nice, he finds it in the right areas, and then when he's actually got to lay someone off or bring someone else into the game, he's just overhit or misplaced everything, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Who's
this?
Fucking hell.
Fuck off. Nothing wrong with him.
It's going to be interesting next 40 minutes, isn't it?
Just the same old. Like, every fucking week.
Seeing this goal again. It's a good cross. It's just too easy though, isn't it? Like,
very easy.
No one even remotely stops him from getting to that ball, do they? Like, there's not even the sort of faintest glimmer of a challenge on him. Our players just run in and he runs in between them and just nods it in. Like, who's jumping with him? Who's getting their arm across him? Who's just jumping first and trying to put him off? No one does anything.
No.
They just let him score.
Really frustrating.
It's shocking. Between Lindelof and Martinez there, it's just not even an attempt at a challenge on him. And we've got Xerxes coming off for Casemiro now.
Is it Lindelof for Casemiro and Xerxes for Højlund?
So what's happening there? We're going back to a 4? No? What happened there?
I think we probably will be going to a 4. With
would you be looking at Lindelof for that goal? Out of the two? Would you use both?
I'd have to see it again, but it looked like Lindelof. Lindelof's the man in front of him, and he doesn't even go for the ball at all.
Is this something that you think Ten Hag was always going to do, or is this a reaction sub?
Don't know. I mean, even if it is, but the thing is, even if it is a reaction, the goal happened 8 minutes ago, so it's not like an instant thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Anyway, dogs to Lindelof.
Exploited.
Yeah, Fenerbahçe
do what
10 men at the moment.
Brentford did to us.
What?
Exploited us with 10 men, didn't they?
Yeah, the old Delit thing.
The old Delit off the side with his scraggy.
That's a great flick. That is that Tadic. Was Rory tracking back well there though? Don't step across.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Thought that might be a penalty.
Oh! Hey, there's a lot of rolling going on, isn't there?
Shut up. He's
there's a lot. Look at it. Look at Jose Mourinho's team and all there. They practically want to get on the pitch. Fuck off. There's a lot of hands in the air, isn't there?
Look, Ugarte won it. What's he giving that? What was put it out for? I think Jose's going to get a booking here, if nothing else. Is it a penalty? That's obviously not. That's not either. I don't think that is either.
Barely contact.
Do you, Jay?
No. Look at him. He's already appealing for it.
And then he's rolling over like 5 or 6 times, like
let's have a look here now.
Snapped his ankle. Nope.
No,
Not a
it's
penalty,
a dive,
that.
that.
It's not a penalty.
It's a
Look at the way he's
dive.
fucking fallen as well.
Because afterwards as well.
Completely
Oh,
unnatural.
Yeah, definitely. The whole Fenerbahçe coaching staff just went ballistic then.
Was that a red?
I couldn't see from there.
You can have a look on social, someone.
TNT should put it up soon.
Or can we hear it?
A red or a fucking yellow.
I think
it's
someone
just a
will mention
yellow.
it.
Because he didn't do the point, did he? He just sort of went, stop it now, listen.
Yeah, I think it might have been a yellow as well.
He
He's
needs
still
to
down
get
there. He's still
up.
down, that man. He's broke his fucking skull, that guy.
Oh,
Look at what you're holding. You don't even know what to hold.
I know the tricks. He's having a rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ronnie says he's having a rest. He's holding the back of his calf now.
what you all gonna fucking
It's a
argue
red
about?
card, isn't it? Is that
it
a
a
red
red?
card? Can
we
someone
don't
have a
know.
look
Them ones where you untie your
on socials?
That is one of the softest penalties, if it is a penalty.
It's not. It's not.
It's
gonna get
never a penalty. So what are they all complaining for?
They thought it was. I think. What does he maybe stand on his toe? I don't
Oh,
even think he does.
nothing.
I'm not even sure he does stand on his toe.
Was it a red card for Jose?
According to Twitter, that's why. Can someone have a check? So I'm not on my phone.
Yeah, they are. I don't think it is. He still stood there. Unless he's being
Oh.
dragged off.
It's a red
He got
card.
sent off. What for? We didn't really see what it was for, did we?
No, he must have.
We know he went
'cause I
mad,
told
but
you could see them all kicking off down the touchline. Is that some skills? Jose's gone.
That's classic Jose, isn't it?
Oh, he's in the
There he
stands.
is in the stands.
Will they do a little replay? Come on, do a
I'd
little
like
replay.
to see what it was
he
for because
like.
I
What
saw them all go mad, but I didn't think there was like
See
an
if I can
abusive
find out.
sort of element to it. Oh, yeah, I couldn't see the colour of the car, but obviously, yeah, Jose
It's
is
not really
like,
sent off, that is it? It's just one row up.
yeah, just a slightly better view.
If anything, he can manage the game a bit more, can't
Yeah,
he? Isn't it funny the manager's view of the actual pitch is quite...
it's not good
It's
at all.
not great, is
No,
it?
it's not.
That's why...
Have you ever sat on like the first row or whatever?
Yeah, it's not the best.
You can hardly see and the pictures of a lot of them have got like a curve to them. It's not the best view by any means. You can see why they all have the little telly next to them now as well.
He's rugby coach.
Oh, here we go. This is a good position here for United. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Go on!
That's a shocking pass. That.
It's not a good cross.
Who's that cross from there? Is that Ugarte? Who is that?
Come on.
Is
No,
it
it's not
Delo?
Ugarte. It's Delo. It's an awful pass. Rashford is completely wide open there, and somehow he's played it a yard in front of him. That's just. If you can't get a free, clear, easy shot from that position, that's just embarrassing. Don't look. The camera's shot to Rashford like it's his fault. That.
Well, that was a
It's
very
a
bad
terrible
pass.
pass. Well, I think the amount of times we've conceded goals like that in the last couple of seasons.
Oh!
That's a foul. That's a yellow card, and it might be even more than that. Oh, I don't know.
You got
What's
lucky
he
there.
stopped him there? Is that not stopping a goal scoring opportunity?
Nah, you wouldn't say the goal scorer, would you?
If he's Garnacho's in behind the defender,
He's
taking
still
the
got
touch
three
to go.
defenders behind him.
I know, but it's not
You'd say
behind him.
number
The
4
level.
would get to him there. I know what you mean, but I don't think it's
It's
a red.
definitely a booking, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he sent him off.
Who's
It's
taking
been a
it?
good fun 15 minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah, Jose and his.
Jose
Mate
and his
there.
better view.
I don't know if that's is that a coach or like a security or something?
I don't know, but it's not a sending off.
Who's taking this then? Ericsson, Rashford. I want to see a repeat of that square ball there from Dello because that was ridiculous.
21
Wasn't
for 50. What is this not? Is Fenerbahçe? Yeah. Making a sub.
it? Fred coming off.
Fred!
Oh, it's not Fred. Sorry,
Goodbye,
like it
my
was him.
friend.
it's not him. It is Asai who just got booked for that tackle on Rashford. It was him as well who was down in the box for ages, wasn't it? And it wasn't a penalty. Come on. Think we'll score this, Joe?
No, we don't really score free kicks, do we?
No one does really. They're not a very good way of scoring goals, really.
Yeah, have we gotten worse or have defending gotten better?
I don't know. I just think you have a top free kick taker every generation. But David Beckham has got the most Premier League free kick goals.
Yeah.
ever. And he's got 18, which is a lot because he only played in the Premier League for 10 years. I know, say only, but it wasn't there his whole career. But it's not that many, is it? It's like 2 a season. And you're the best ever. They're just not a very good way to score. It's really hard to score from. So I never like it when you near the end of a game, you take ages, stood over the free kick, you're wasting minutes because it almost certainly isn't going in. Except this one, Ericsson, straight at the wall.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? This is better chance.
Oh!
What fucking camera angle is this? What the fuck?
Say it's Judy!
I hate this shit.
Oh! Oh, for fuck's sake. Could have put it anywhere and he puts it so... Oh!
Look at a little fizzer there from Rashford. Back out to Garnacho. Go on, hit it. Hit it. No. Rashford going everywhere.
Oh.
Ugarte, win that. Well done. He's off. But he's not. Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You texting each other, you two?
No, sorry. Getting sent pictures from the game and that. I'm trying to leave.
Anything good happening?
Not really. Angie's over there, isn't she?
Is she getting the game in the end?
To Ethan.
Is she getting?
Yeah, she's sending pictures from me. Yeah, she's inside.
That's good.
So I think she's doing media.
Yeah.
Just didn't know if she didn't know if they were going to get her to do stuff inside or just outside.
Ooh. Bloody hell.
Hold on, Ugarte. Right. Fucking hell, how slow was he then?
I don't know.
It looked like Casemiro could take like one step and control that and didn't even get it. St. Maximin, look at he's
Here
up,
we
he's
go.
full pace in it already. Too easy that. It's so much space there.
Oh,
Well done, Martinez.
come on. This.
Well done.
Let's see what we can do with it now.
Oh,
Oh, passing can be incredibly poor, can't it? Sometimes you just think, oh, really? Really, Jay?
Mate, it's so annoying. Game has got frantic, but I think in a bizarre way that could
It should
help
suit us.
Yeah, because we've got players who are like good on the counter and
Ooh, nice. Do you nap, Jay?
yeah.
Yeah, do you?
Do ya?
Good nap.
Yeah,
You're a good napper, yeah?
Yeah, I love a bit of that.
Yeah, love it. When do you do it?
If it's a weekday, I'll usually do it from about. I know it sounds crazy to have a nap at this time, but 10 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Hold on.
I know that's not.
Hold on.
What
are you saying out loud?
Right, I know this sounds nuts, right? But I'll get home at like 7 or whatever, 6, 7. Sometimes a little bit later. Have my tea and that, and then I'll watch something. I usually fall asleep, wake up at like 10:30, 11, and then I'm up till like 1 or 2.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean? And then I go bed.
Do you think you could convert that into just
I've
going to
tried
bed at
and
10:30 and
can't.
staying asleep?
I wake up in bed.
Really?
Like,
Really?
Yeah, it's now and again. Like if I'm goosed, I will sleep through.
goosed?
But like a lot of the time, I know that's nuts. But in the weekend, I can nap.
A nap
Be the
between
best of it.
10 p.m. and 11 p.m.
I know it's
Crazy.
insane because you think, nah, that's just go to bed, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I'm
well.
not-
Or
I'm-
also,
I'm-
if I did that, I wouldn't sleep till 6 a.m.
yeah, I'm awake again.
I love that.
Like I know it. I get the insanity of what I've just said. By the way,
Yeah.
Do you nap, Joe?
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes I can get lost in a nap.
Can someone tackle this fucking guy?
I know, man.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, is he Lionel Messi?
You can get lost in a nap?
Yeah, some of the deep sleeps you get in a nap, oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't nap for that reason.
It's terrifying.
Can't nap.
I get that thing where you feel like you're awake but you can't move.
I've not had that.
Oh, that's awful.
What's that?
It's where you
Someone
sleep
said that it was
paralysis.
like sleep paralysis.
I don't see a demon, I just can't move.
I don't think you
Some
need
people
to
see
demon.
demons, don't they? What's
yeah.
that called?
That's called a nightmare.
No, I've got one where I wake up but maybe it is the same, but some people see a man in the corner of the room, don't they? That's the thing, you know.
Sleep paralysis.
Some people wake
demon.
up, can't move, and see a man in the corner.
I know, obviously, you can't help but what you dream of. If someone woke up and said, "I've just had a sleep paralysis demon," I don't think I'd
Yeah,
ever
but
speak to them
what?
again.
You're stunned that it's the same character appears in more than one people's dreams.
It's not.
It is.
And if it is, because they've seen it online.
It is.
Of course, it in.
The same guy's in the corner.
Is it? Who is it? John from down the road.
Don't know, but why is he always popping up?
He's not. Well, what do you think?
No, they don't speak. He doesn't
so
introduce himself.
What are you
He's
trying
just
to say
always
that
the
he is
same.
then? God?
I think there's
He
like
said
a
he's a
little
ghost.
realm between sleep and waking where he just roams about.
What, he's the fucking caretaker of the underworld, is he?
Could be.
I'm
Google it.
Seen a man in his sleep, I don't think.
No.
He's not doing anything like rude.
No. He's just there, transcending universes and shit.
Do you have nightmares, you?
I don't have dreams.
Oh, do you not?
No. I would say every year I remember 2 or 3 dreams.
Right, okay.
So, do you have dreams but you just don't remember them? Or do you literally wake up and go, that was 7 hours of nothing?
Shot that from Maserati there.
How would I know?
20 yards out.
What?
How would I know?
Keeper should save it, but it's still a decent effort.
You can feel it inside yourself, can't you?
You're so full of
If
shit.
you've had a dream or not, you can feel it.
No, you can't.
See, this is all like fun and games, innit? Jose Mourinho here, like, in the stands and all that. But that's part of the problem, innit? It's just too much nonsense at times.
That's him, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't get away from it. There's always something like that.
Yeah.
happening. Yeah.
And like, while we're all, it's like, hey, look at Jose, like,
Sat on the stairs.
Yeah, fucking Europa group game. Like, get a grip.
Yeah. Do get a grip. Corner to United. That's a good ball as well.
Oh, yeah!
Almost Turkish delict there, wasn't
Nice.
Oh, brilliant.
it? Not mine.
Not mine. Someone, for fuck's sake, Ronnie
good
just
one.
said.
I mean, it's a
Someone said
classic,
it in the comments.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a pretty, it's a gettable one, but it's good.
it's good. I like it. I
Another
like
corner.
it.
Second corner.
Goodbye, my friend. Go on. Oh.
What's going on here?
Third corner. No.
Muller corner.
So you only dream once a year?
No, I didn't say that.
You did.
I only remember.
I ate it. I
2-3
ate it.
times.
I have them a lot where I dream that I've drank or took drugs. But then I'll wake up and I'll be relieved.
And you,
Oh,
but then you wake up and you're, in a ditch.
come
somewhere.
down.
Yeah, I
And
wake
you
up
rea-
and I'm
you
in
got
a cell.
Banging at it. You're in the cell and you realise everything's
Oh,
fine.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No. What are the rules? So when you get sent off, why is he still allowed to be in the stadium?
I don't know.
Surely he should have
He's
to
not
leave.
It's the stands in it. You get sent
I
to
know,
the
but
stands.
what I don't really get that. Like, you're not allowed to have any contact with the
I don't think
dugout.
the rules are clear as they should be, are they?
I just think if you're sent off as a manager, get out of the line of sight of the pitch. Like, go to the dressing room. How can you be just sat like 4 rows
I
back?
always thought it was just the stands, like.
Yeah.
I know that I think it is that.
God,
But
remember
I
Wenger
don't
got
think.
sent off
I don't think
at
it
Old
should be that.
Trafford?
That was a shambles, that. And to
Yeah.
be fair to him, he shouldn't have got sent off anyway. Like, he kicked the water ball in frustration when he just conceded just had a last minute winner or equaliser disallowed.
Yeah.
And that Lee Probert, who's a fucking idiot, was like, oh, completely unacceptable, called the referee over, and then he sent him to the stands, and then he was just stood in the fucking, like, just behind the dugout.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, where do you want me to go? It's just like, was it? And this one, man, it's like the 94th minute.
It was a
like,
bit
is there any
embarrassing,
need for
wasn't
this fucking nonsense?
Yeah. This is what Jose got sent off for. It doesn't look that severe, does it? I don't think he should have been sent off for that, really, do you? It's almost like a sort of your whole team's kicked off, and you're
in
getting
charge.
the red for it. But Jose, if that was everything, that wasn't particularly bad at all. Was it?
Can everyone on that team, coaching staff, get sent off?
Yeah.
So everyone? No, it's in like everyone's up for a red.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, anyone can get sent off. I don't know what happened if
I wonder if you send a steward
like
off.
a social media person kicked off.
What if a steward got a bit out of hand?
Well, he wouldn't be
Could
allowed
you
to play in the game anymore.
Could you
No,
send
he's
them
not
off?
fucking part of the thing, is he?
Could you send them off? Though?
Send him off from what?
But let's say he went on the pitch. If he
Let's
went on
say
the pitch and was having to go to
let's
the
say a
ref,
steward was having to go to the ref. Ref, fuck off, and because he's on the touchline.
steward?
Being a
You
steward.
get nicked.
they just get arrested.
You get arrested.
If you're a steward, you're not immune from the law.
No, but
Yeah,
you
but
don't break the law.
he's not.
No, he's not.
He's already on the
he's not-
pitch.
yeah.
Say there's a steward behind on the touchline here,
Yeah.
right? He's fucking not happy with the ref. He turns around and gives you're fucking shit,
Yeah.
you.
What
Can
goes
the
on
ref
the
go to
pitch?
the
No,
steward?
he don't go on the pitch.
Red.
He goes up to the linesman and he's having to go to
No,
him.
I don't think you
Red.
can send off stewards.
Might become a steward.
No, I don't think that's
See, there's
a
a couple
thing.
of stewards there.
Yeah, I don't think the stewards can get sent off.
No.
Ethan, can you Google
Like, yeah.
that? Google it. Don't guess.
Do you have to be part of the coaching
See that
staff?
steward there in the red?
We know what stewards are.
Yeah, but Jay was confused.
Jay
I know,
knows
was
what
it?
Jay was
stewards
getting
are.
arrested.
No, because
Jay got sent
what you
down.
said made no sense to me. Can a steward get sent off
Jay was giving
Get
it.
sent off from what?
He'll get nicked. Get nicked.
Where you making like if a Stu goes on the pitch? Well, if a Stu goes on the pitch, then he could get. Of course, he could get nicked. You can't just run on the pitch. I'm a steward.
Yeah, so then
I'm allowed to do what I want.
pointing out to stewards that
do you know what I mean?
We're part of this scenario
and then
in my
from
head.
that to like to a steward on the sideline just shouting.
Also, isn't it weird that you can get arrested for going on a football pitch? That is absolutely.
I've seen it. Like, remember when Ronnie was at United the second time out? There was so many people getting on the pitch to get to him. I remember seeing a guy who come down like they must have saw him coming because he ran down all these stairs, climbed over, and he literally got where the technical area is.
Yeah.
He got about halfway across that before he got dived on. Yeah. I just thought you've just got a lifetime ban for that.
Yeah.
And you've not even got anywhere near the fucking pitch.
Yeah, but you would if it was you.
But I think a lot of these people who were doing it weren't asked because it was like
Rashford's coming off.
they were.
For who?
I think that makes sense,
For who?
That don't, no, I take it back. That don't make sense.
Anthony
I'm so upset if I'm Ahmad now. What do I got to do to get some minutes of football here?
It's weird how he has sort of completely fallen out of favour last few games. Isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't think it was a thing, but now
wrong.
It feels like it is actually becoming one.
Yeah, it does.
Like that seems a little bit odd to me that someone who's been playing a lot of minutes for you.
Oh, Casemiro.
Fuck me.
Doesn't
get any. And Anthony, who's not rarely. He's what is it? Barnsley in about fucking 5 minutes against Brighton.
Yeah. I wonder what is going on with Ahmad because he's not fancy.
I like Ahmad as well. He's a good player.
And he's not. He liked him at the start of the season. I know Garnacho was coming back from, was it Copa America, wasn't it? But it's not like he was poor or particularly bad in that time.
Oh, did he?
Ahmad had to leave the Ivory Coast squad apparently with injury, but I don't think he's been out of many matchday squads for United, has he? He's been available.
No, he's been available. He's certainly available now, isn't he? He's on a fucking
And he's certainly
bench.
available to play 15 minutes if he can come on and show what he's worth. Instead of Anthony's on.
We'll see what Anthony can do.
Yeah, because like you said, you can't judge a player. Yeah,
he's been here 2 years. I think we can judge him now. And also, it looks like he's going to leave, doesn't it? So,
I've got another question for you.
Go on.
Now this one, I'm 50-50 on. Could, Ethan, get ready to Google this, could the mascot get sent off? If Fred the Red starts, because technically he's part of the team, isn't he?
No.
If Fred the Red starts booting
technically he's part of the team.
He's not part of the
leads
team.
the boys out, gets everyone going. If he starts booting off, Rev, that was fucking bang out of order. In his full outfit.
Don't say.
Do you not
technically
remember?
he's part of the team just because he's got a foam kit on.
Do you not remember the one? Was it the one with Zaha? When Zaha had the right... What? Was Watford, wasn't it? He had a row with him, didn't he? Big row. Because he was diving in front of him. He was diving in front of Zaha, like saying you're a diver and all that. And Zaha seen his ass like snapped. And like, I think the fucking ref might have actually got involved,
Really?
Yeah, there's got to be a rule. Google that, Ethan. Google kind of mascot gets sent off.
Like, I don't know if he got sent off. I think the referee might have had a word or something and said, like, pack it in. Because Zaha fucking was rattled by it.
Yes.
There you go.
A mascot.
Oh, no, that's not Zaha. That's a different
On
one.
April 2007, Kingsley Royal, mascot for Reading, was sent off by Mike Dean during a match against Newcastle. Sent off.
That's
Imagine
crazy.
showing a red card.
3-game ban.
Showing a red card to a foam.
I wonder if another
devil.
person's allowed to dress up as the mascot.
Yeah, that'd be funny, like that.
Go on, Rasmus. Get that drive going. He's in. Rasmus.
Oh!
I like that he went himself there. Because he could have played it off, and maybe he should have done. But I would like that he wants to be a sort of greedy striker who finds himself a strike. And he could have done better. He just didn't get it right.
Right,
Billy Badger sent off for breakdancing on the pitch.
Fulham mascot Billy Badger.
What the heck? But the mascot is dancing on the pitch, right? And Mike Dean's running
That's not
over.
Mike Dean, this is a different one.
It's Chris Foy.
Oh, just.
Chris Foy, tap on the shoulder. Please tell me he gets his. Oh, he don't get his.
Oh, he
card
didn't
out.
get sent off. That's fucking brilliant.
He just gets pushed off.
Haley the Badger. He fucking.
Billy's just absolutely proud of his day's work there. Pointing to the back of his shirt. You'd make a great mascot, you know,
I'd
Joe.
love it.
You'd be so good in there. You'd love it, wouldn't you? You've
I
got
used
the
to do a thing
personality for
on. I
it.
used to do a thing on the old version of Stretford Paddock Full Time Devils, where we used to do a phone in about 7 years ago, wasn't it? 6 years ago. And I used to call up mascots from different teams we were going to play.
Yeah.
And I'd interview them.
Yeah.
But it was just my mates putting funny voices on.
Was it?
Yeah.
Why do you mean funny voices?
Well, if we played a Scouse at Liverpool, he put a Scouse accent. I remember. Tell you who still thinks it's real to this day. Webby. He used to go, Webby, we're going to do a feature and we're going to call the mascot. And I'd call him and he'd listen to it and the mascot would say some ridiculous thing.
Webby,
and Webby would be stunned by it.
He'd bring you up like 3 years later. Remember when that Everton mascot? Yeah, Motty and Joe McGrath.
Well done.
I went to Goodison and I told him.
yeah, that was it.
I fucking said to him,
yes.
Alejandro!
Go on, lad.
Go on, Alejandro. Skin him.
Oh, it's too big of a
He couldn't
torch.
get the ball out under his feet, could he?
Mate.
That first touch was amazing. There's been
That
so
was
much of
a-
that.
Oh!
Fuck off, man. They proper love rolling about as well,
They
don't
do. They must train it.
Garnacho there. It's been the story of the day, hasn't it?
Story
Really
of my
exciting
life.
moment, and then the actual time to do it. It's not there.
It is, isn't it? It's the One Direction one, that, isn't it?
Good song.
Yeah, God rest him. Yeah, I'm glad the referee's not buying into some of
This fucking
this
this angle reminds me of Malacia when he was like flat out, from the spider lens. And do you remember that game? Was it the derby where the iconic Malacia was just lying there like that, and the spider lens went over him?
The iconic Malacia.
Why are you writing via
what are you
chat
on about?
GPT?
The iconic Malacia.
Malacia shot. Yeah, all right, I said that wrong. But the iconic Malacia
The
shot.
iconic Malacia laid.
Yeah.
100%. How do you not know what this shot is?
I'm not having a dig at the kid, but I don't think there's an iconic.
Like that. One minute.
Iconic
Where
Malacia shot.
There it is. It's iconic.
That's not iconic.
It took Ethan 2 seconds to get it.
Fucking hell.
If it was
Did
one
better
that
than
everyone
that.
would
He did better than
forget.
that did with Jose's red card. Still waiting for that.
Oh, Dzeko's on.
Oh, if this fucking blue knobhead scores, I'll be fuming. Honestly, I can't stand him.
The game's gone quick, hasn't it? I was only 10 minutes left.
Seems like only
Another
78 minutes ago we were
wonderful
kicking
draw.
off. Well, it's not happened yet, has it?
And they've given him the armband as well. That's even worse.
Yeah, embarrassing. Have some self-respect. Honestly.
Story of my life.
Alpha Omega says, take injuries into account. I see you progress.
What?
Thoughts?
What's that mean? Sorry, I see you.
I think it means
I see
taking injuries
progress.
into account, they can see some progress.
All right, okay. It's the same old though with United. Like when you think, oh, something could be happening.
Yeah.
Like after the Brentford game, it's like, oh yeah, we try and get positive, we try and get behind it. Like, okay, yeah, good result, good game, like some good performances. Right, let's go away now and do something in Europe. And okay, there's still 10 minutes, we can still win it, but we go ahead and then we give away our lead.
I don't think we've been. The thing is, I don't think we've been bad tonight. I just think it's a game that we need to win.
Exactly.
Like, if we get a winner in
in
these
the
last 10
context
minutes, I'll be
of
fine
what is
with
going
this.
on at United.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
If this was fucking, the middle of Ten Hag's first season, you wouldn't be out.
That's a foul as well.
Fucking hell.
Well done there, Hoyland. Sorry, Jay.
No, if this was in the middle of Ten Hag's first season, it wouldn't matter a bit. But because we're sort of in this stage where there's so much pressure on him, our record in Europe is shocking. What is this going to be if we don't win? 1 win in 8, is it, in Europe now?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man,
Yeah,
fuck me.
it's not good enough, is it?
I've
Got
never
2
seen that
games-
before in all my life as a United fan.
Yeah, we need to get a goal in.
So,
I think we can.
don't want to be negative, but come on.
Anonymous people, and I like this because it's one of those insults that we don't even know who it's to. The lesser Joe talks so much wibble.
The Lesser Joe. Doesn't it sound
He
like
would
a
have
bird?
thought that'd be me, though,
I've
wouldn't
just
it?
spotted the Lesser Joe. The
What do you
Lesser
mean, talk
Spotted
Whibble?
Joe.
What's Whibble mean?
It's what Steve Howson says, like nonsense.
Right.
But we don't know that it means you anyway.
Yeah.
Could be any of the Joes.
Could be me.
Yeah, that's a real diss, isn't it?
Do you know what I
Don't
mean?
even know your
They don't
name.
call me.
What?
It just reminds me. Like, do you remember Errol from the United? The United Agenda? He asked us to go on his channel, and he messaged and he said, "I'm a big fan of you, I've been watching you for years. It'd be great to get you on the channel, Joe. To me, to my Instagram.
Yeah, it's
even when it says your name at the top. Fucking hell.
That's upsetting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Delic there doing his famous head it straight up in the air thing that he did against Porto.
Right, turn. Go on, Ericsson, son. That's the one. Go on, Garnacho. Run at him.
Find a cross, lad.
Oh.
Oh,
is that a penalty?
It's right on the edge, that, son.
The VAR that. I don't think it was inside.
Let's have a look. Well moved. He's just causing. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's causing a little bit of a nightmare there, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Did well there, Garnacho. Little bit of skill. Fucking there you go. Have a little foul there. Free kick.
Oof! Don't. Yeah,
you know
this
what
could
they
be
say
a
when
good.
United get a free kick.
Always goes in.
It's as good as a goal. Thank you. Yeah.
It's as good as a goal.
It is, man. Our free kick record
is unbelievable.
Can't fault
what are you doing here if you're Ericsson? Gentle floater to the back post?
Oh, and the rest.
Or are you whipping it, trying to bounce it on the 6-yard line?
Gentle floater. Gentle floater.
What are you doing?
Fucking top bins.
Bloody hell, that was like a Spielberg zoom in then on Ericsson's face. I'm saying to the team, listen, guys.
Ericsson.
One of you better stand up.
This is going in the top corner, this.
Stand up and be the hero.
The far top corner. Yeah.
Think you're shooting?
Yeah.
Stand up and be the hero.
Right.
And
Keeper's going to
now
fluff it. Watch. There you go. Oh.
Good defending that. Come on, you stay with him here, Garnacho. You've got to stay with him. Got to stay with him. Got to stay with him. Well done, Garnacho. He did well there.
Oh.
Because Amrabat was on the overlap looking for the ball. Just slowed him down. Well, that's really good from Martinez as well. That's a foul. Well done, Martinez. Did well there, United, twice. Because that could have been a nasty counter attack.
When
We
you
just
watch
stopped it.
Fenerbahçe, I know we've not been great. They're not that good, are they?
No, they're not.
Fucking hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do know.
Go on, Anthony.
Go on, Anthony. Go on,
lad.
son.
That's a good ball. Go on. Garnacho.
Oh.
It's a bit obvious, isn't it?
It's a little bit obvious.
He just hits it every time he gets it, doesn't he, Garnacho?
He just.
It's quite. It is
smashing
impressive.
it.
It's proper Cristiano Ronaldo stuff, isn't it?
He loves just
every time he gets it, he cuts inside and he smacks it, like every time. "10 minutes to go ish." You'd have thought that's a good header. That's a nonsense flag. It'd be nice to see Hoyland get a chance, wouldn't it? Oh, here it is. Go on! Oh, keep running!
Fucking go for that. Come on.
Looked like he could have got to that. That's a brilliant pass as well.
Could have got to that.
Good touch from Anthony. Keep the ball. Well done. Did well there. So Anthony's hurt.
Anthony's hurt.
Holding his ankle. Please be actually fucking injured, because otherwise you're literally wasting time in a game we need to win. He must be. He wouldn't go down off the ball for no reason, would you?
Fucking doolally, innit? You never know with it.
Would you ever like the idea that you could bring a sub back on? Someone that you've taken off?
What, like rolling subs?
Yeah.
I don't. If it's within the 5 subs, I don't really get why you can't.
Yeah. So if Rashford now, Rashford get back on.
I don't. It counts as one of your 5.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be against that. I don't really see why you don't do that. Do you?
I don't know.
Well, do you care?
Maybe. I think the issue with that is sometimes players will come off because they're injured, and then you're like, oh, I could come back on, and they might not be right. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I get your idea. I'm probably not a big fan of it, to be honest with you.
I feel like you could do a bit better
there. Dave Taylor, with the super chat, says, "What do you think to the Premier League trialling new time wasting rule for keepers? Keeping the ball longer than 8 seconds will then result in a corner for the opposite team." Well, if you hold it for more than 6 seconds, technically it's meant to be an indirect free kick to the opposite team.
Really?
So that rule technically sort of already exists, but it's just never really enforced. If you hold it in the hands for, I think you get 6 seconds. But it's just one of those ones like foul throws that's just not enforced very well. Fletcher says, "Without Joe, we never would have mascot facts. Legend."
Mascot facts.
There you go.
There you go. Mascot facts.
What's up with Anthony?
What's Fenerbahçe's mascot? What do you think it is?
I think he's alright. I think he's coming back on, isn't he?
So what the hell was that all about?
I don't think they've got one.
His mascot's just an English thing, do you think?
Oh no, it's a
Canary apparently.
yeah, but it's.
Not great.
I think it's the canary of their sponsor, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah,
no, maybe not. It's a canary. We've got a little acorn leaf on their badge, haven't they?
Mm.
Right, come on then. Anthony needs to come off.
Fuck off.
He's going to have to come off.
God. She's annoying.
Get Ahmad on.
Oh,
Well, don't get off.
Get
Don't go down on the
then.
pitch.
He does my head in him.
It's not obviously right. It's not Anthony's fault. He's got injured.
No.
Like that's not on him. But I don't understand why he was on the pitch in front of Ahmad anyway. If you're bringing on Ahmad Diallo when you're 3-0 down against Liverpool to make things happen, why can't you bring him on against fucking Fenerbahçe when you're drawing? Go on, Ronnie.
Barely played at all in the past few games, I think he maybe just been.
Give
Do you wanna come and sit in,
give him
Ronnie,
some
for the last
minutes.
5
Give him a
minutes?
chance.
I can't believe he's gone back on the pitch.
I know.
and
Yeah, I just
now-
think get off.
Fucking time wasting. We need to win this game. He's annoying. He's my own player.
I don't. To be fair, I actually don't think he's played badly since he's come on. He's had
Who,
a couple
Anthony?
yeah, he's not done anything wrong. He's had a couple of nice touches. He's not done much, but he's not been like a disaster. But I just don't get why we need to lay down on the floor now. Get off. Just walk off.
I think you're.
It's just an insane tweet.
I think what?
What's that? Sorry, Ron. Have you sent it me?
Yeah, so it's just an insane.
Sorry,
tweet,
I
really.
saw something in the group chat that made me laugh.
It's an insane tweet, but I can't be surprised with Twitter. Innit?
What do you make of this, Ronnie? Anthony getting stretched off.
It looks like a bad one. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, those ones where there's not much contact, no one really around you,
No.
they can be quite worrying.
That is an insane tweet.
I know, but
And it's got
that's
1 million
mad,
views.
Twitter. Have you shown Joe that?
Anthony's being stretchered off. Listen,
Fucking
I hope he's all right. I hope
Yeah,
he's
I hope he's
recovering
all right.
soon. I get your point, Joe. I just think he did okay, and I think sometimes it's like,
but-
he hasn't done anything fucking terrible. But fucking, he's had no luck there. Come on, 4 minutes later he's injured,
Yeah.
and he needs, like you were saying, Ronnie, he needs some minutes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's had
Well
fucking
done,
none.
Garnacho there, going over and saying some nice, hopefully nice words for him as he goes.
Hold on. I am not applauding Garnacho for doing
I
that.
just said well done.
Well done, Garnacho. What for?
It's being nice to him as he goes off.
Well, yeah, but
I'm not saying he needs a fucking knighthood, I'm saying well done.
Well done, mate. Well done. We could have been slagging him off.
Yeah, he was one of you're a twat, get off you dickhead.
Still only that 20 quid, not bad.
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
he might have been a bit savvy there, Anthony, going down on the pitch because he could have just got fucking.
Why we need to win?
I know, but I don't know whether he was just thinking like at least that way they're not going to just fucking restart the game or what.
With us down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Lost.
What about 6 minutes at a time? 7?
Well, we just had 2 then, so you'd think, yes, 6 or 7.
Right, come on, Diallo. Everyone wanted you to
Can't have
fucking
3
play.
draws on the trot. We would still be in the relegation zone with 3 points.
I think we might be out of it.
Oh, brilliant.
I'll double check.
Ring the relegation bell.
The out of the relegation. bell.
We're out.
Dullock's been good again today.
Yeah. Everyone's had people have had good games for United.
Yeah, we've not been bad. It's just been that sort of shit
It's
that's
been
done
two
us.
sort of sloppy-ish teams
Yeah, yeah.
that like pushing forward, with good chances here and there.
Do you know what's funny though? I think the games went magically less bad for us when we put the fullback back at fullback.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because I think we've actually been a better side the last 15 minutes or so. But I think the rest of the game, we've probably been second best. Without them being really good. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
they've not done a
do
lot of them.
you know what I mean? So,
Just one of those.
because to me, we're a better side than Fenerbahçe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just about us getting the results and performances. Because I really, no matter what the performance is like, I really want a winner in this stoppage time because I think we need the victory.
It's just that whole thing, innit? Of throwing away a lead again. Do you know what I mean? Like, such a fucking recurring theme in Europe for us. It's been unbelievable. Not just this season, last season as well.
Touch. Come on.
Don't know, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, no, I am.
Do you know what I mean? I know there's context to every different game, but it's fucking like, how many games is it now?
Yeah.
A lot.
Alright, go on, Mazraoui. Fucking pick a pass out, kid.
Do you think Mazraoui have gone Fenerbahçe have gone... Whoa.
Fucking hell, ref.
All that. Yeah, it is.
Do you think the game's gone quite frantic since for Fenerbahçe since Mourinho got sent off.
Yeah.
Since that
They
whole
do seem
fracas.
to have lost their way.
I think they've lost the weight ever since that. Do you know what I mean?
It's a bit odd. They've not done much at all, have they, since then? That's a bad tackle. That's a yellow card. Yeah, they've not. Fenerbahçe haven't really done anything since that. Bloody hell.
Fucking hell, mate.
Good touch from Ahmad, that. That's one thing he's pretty much an absolute banker at, isn't he? The good first touch, you know he's going to do that.
Yeah, he is. Is he having his free kick?
I think so.
Do something from it.
It was a
Scored a few free kicks in.
strange challenge, that, innit?
Yeah. Casemiro style slide tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of like
Fucking
block with his feet as
Get
well
a
as
late
trying
goal
to get the
now,
ball.
that'd be fucking perfect.
Come on, 5 minutes stoppage time. I'm surprised at that.
Come on.
I thought there'd be more
Come
than that.
on.
Come on, you know it.
Don't take too long here. 'cause
bloody
we're just
know it.
wasting time.
I think he's a good ref, though, innit, Trossard? I said that.
I don't know.
He's
I
quite
don't
a
know
good
much
ref.
about him.
Nah, he's always in the Champions League and stuff,
You know,
but he's usually a good
I've
ref.
seen him.
What's he fucking doing?
This
Tell
free
them
kick's
all.
taking about a minute and a half to take. Like, we're just wasting time here. We need to score. Come on, ref.
Oh, fuck
Like, it's just fucking. That's like 2/3 of the extra time is gone on a sub, or what's even happened? The ball's just been out for the whole thing.
You're offside anyway.
Casemiro. He would have been able to head that ball if he wasn't offside. The game's just drifted
Another
by, innit?
fucking shit result though. You smirking at? Hey, yeah.
Never mind, hey. He's taking the piss.
It's not happened
Hey,
yet.
he's alright.
Could be worse, yeah.
Oh fucking hell!
Oh,
Fenerbahçe on the ball.
Think about,
In a
think
decent
about
area.
this. Didn't consider this part of it.
Definitely don't. Ooh, interesting. Just giving the ball boy a touch. That's.
Can a ball boy get sent off?
That was what this whole conversation started with.
Was it?
Yeah,
was
you
it?
said that. You said what
Seems
happens
to
if
have
a ball boy does it?
cut back on the ball boys.
Stewart.
Old Trafford. It's like about fucking 3 of them now.
Cost-cutting measures.
Honestly.
Can we hurry up? What's happening? Why has he just stood there not
just-
taking the throw in?
Right, winding on the clock here for this throwing.
Interesting.
Absolute shite. Right, come
That
on
was a
then,
chest
quick. We've got a
pa-
minute to go.
Fuck was that?
That was like a chest pass. Did he? They don't call foul throws that often.
No,
innit?
they don't.
No.
It's one of the
I think I see.
It's one of the few rules that is less strict
know-
at professional level than it is at
You do
amateur
feel like
level.
you see one at least every game, innit? Like a
Yeah,
foul that should be.
loads.
Yeah.
The professionals, there's better. Like, it's just there was one the other night where he jumped both feet in the air. So going around on Twitter, like it's weirdly not called.
Oh fucking hell! This game's just descended into a
Stuff
complete
like that.
shambles.
It's a bad touch, but what? Why are you passing hip height? I don't understand. Do you know what I mean?
Just fucking blow a whistle. We've all had enough.
Yeah, this has been a wild last 5 minutes.
Just nothing's happened, has it? In this set, it's been 5 minutes stoppage time. Nothing. Not a pass has been made in those 5 minutes. Right, go on. Free kick here. Our
Right,
last chance.
push
Get the
ourselves
ball
up. Push ourselves
Come on.
up.
That's
Ooh.
a foul. That's probably a booking as well.
Yeah,
Actually,
there's a booking that.
Really high foot there, and he just gets his ankle. We don't look like we're even bothered for a winner here, do we? Really? I think United are quite happy with.
Where
the
does
draw
this
here.
leave us in the group? You're fucking passing it back. Just get it up.
That's it.
What an absolute
fucking joke.
Gentle end to the game that was.
What a game that was.
That was
See
ridiculous.
Mourinho walking miles to get down from the fucking sending off bit.
That was bizarre ending to the game. Those last like 5 or 6 minutes there were just a complete non-event. It looked like both teams were happy to draw the game there.
Really did.
What did you make of that? Jay?
I thought, obviously, straight away we seemed to lack in the first 10 minutes of the second half any ability to not concede a goal. So we, all the hard work, all the sort of goal line defending, all the great saves by Onana just sort of wiped out in 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we just couldn't get back in it. And now, obviously, it's all hugs and kisses on the pitch from Ten Hag to over the players. And I'm not a big fan of that. But to be fair, I think we should have gone all out to win today.
Yeah. United up to 21st in the group stage, 4 points. Well, but I think we were 21st after the last round of games, Jay. 21st in the group stages. The top 24 go through 9 to 24 on a playoff round. What do you make of that?
It's just a bit of fucking shit, innit? United's worst run in Europe for 41 years, and everyone's hugging and kissing at the end of the game like we've just won the fucking World Cup. It's just embarrassing, man.
It is embarrassing. If that team there know that they've got the worst run in Europe for 40 years, and they're still up for like shaking hands and kissing each other.
It's like you said, and I'm not that guy who's like, and all that, but that last 5 minutes, it's like they couldn't be arsed.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like I just think, oh, sack it, this game's done. It's just horrible at the minute. It is. It's just watching City bossing it in Europe, and you got Scousers doing things in Europe, and we're here fucking 21st in the Europa League group. Bore off.
You got Villa top of the fucking Champions League groups, and we're all the way in 21st in Europa League. We're even 21st in the Champions League. We're 21st all the way in Europa League.
Our worst run in Europe in 41 years, yeah. So when's that? What's that take us back to? 80 what? 83. 83.
Yeah.
So when we're even in Europe, like from 70, yeah. So it's like it's just been shambolic. You look at that, like that's before Fergie.
I don't know. I think the issue what I have is I think we've become accustomed and very used to performances like this. So I think sometimes what I kind of push back on sometimes get branded as being like quite negative or whatever. But I think in a way we've become a little bit numb to I think we've become numb to standards. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's
that's the issue, because from what I feel like happens now is we often don't play that well. So when we play a little bit decently, I think it gets overstated because people want to latch onto some sort of like hopeful, positivity. But tonight I'm usually very like performance oriented and base my analysis on that rather than results. But as a United fan, drawing the first 2 games, I didn't really care too much about it today. I wanted the 3 points. I felt like we needed to win. So that was my major calling card. I was hoping that we nicked something in the end there. But I don't know, we couldn't do it. But to be fair, if you look at it, like Porto away and then like Fenerbahçe away, it's not easy grounds to go to. But Porto are not the level of the team that they were last season. They lost a lot of players. They're under a lot of like financial issues. They're going through a little bit of a rebuild. And then Fenerbahçe are a team full of misfits and has-beens. I think we should have beat them as well. And it's just like, you can look at it that way, but I don't know. I find it difficult to see too many positives apart from a couple of individual performances. But I just really want to win the Europa League because I think we're going to need it to get into the Champions League this season. So I feel like I would have preferred us going for it and playing better and winning the game today.
Yeah. Sam Wise says, no surprises, really no faith in them at all. Give it to Mike. He says, change coaches, change players, change owners, and yet nothing changes. What is the answer? And Lerone Bernardo says, 2 draws in 2 tough places for a team that can't score isn't that bad. I do think in isolation, a draw away at Porto and a draw away at Fenerbahçe aren't the worst results in the world. But when you put it in the context of the last 12 months, it's just more of the same. And I think that's the issue, isn't it? We'll be back and we'll dissect and go through this fully in the post-match review in a few minutes. So stick around, stay where you are. You'll be automatically taken to that video. We'll be live in just a few minutes. Thank you, Joe, for coming on. Thank you, Jay, of course. Thank you, Ronaldo, of course, as well, for coming on. Thank you, for watching. Manchester United 1, Fenerbahçe 1. 21st in the group. We're going through as it stands, but by the skin of our teeth. We'll see you in a bit.